taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Nah, man, what it do, man? It's your boy, Lauderdale Boss, LB, aka Shuttleworth the God, the GOAT artist, El Capitan, Ring Gang, Radio.com in the building. Let's go. Hip Hop Fridays. And shout out to Henny Guy Slick for holding down the comments on some early shit.
I was like, wait a minute, how's this nigga commenting already? It's like, I guess you can comment even when you don't go live. Yeah, so I was just like,
that wasn't like, y'all niggas said 9:30. Come on, like, what y'all doing? Like,
I know. Cool. Yeah, my bad. You know, like I said, niggas got to talking in the background. You know how it goes, man. We close right here, so when shit happens, we start talking. You know what I mean? Sometimes it happens, man. So it's all good, man. But yeah, Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what it do? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
Yes, sir. King P, Bodega P, man. Still, so who's back from the Bodega this Friday evening, bruh?
Nobody yet. Nobody's pissed me off that much to ban them yet. But I'm sure I'll find somebody over the weekend.
Yeah, it's whether it's tomorrow night or Sunday night, man. Sunday, there's gonna be somebody. By Monday, there's gonna be someone that's gonna be like, yeah, you stay your punk ass outside. Go to the other shit down the street. Oh man, and then of course Pilot is, he's off for tonight, but he'll be here in spirit, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, man. So yeah, man, it's Hip Hop Fridays, man. We wanted to, get this little topic off, to set it off without, because the hip hop stuff, like I always say, like the boxing and everything else we do, is cool, but the magic is when we start talking this hip hop shit. Because we know, because some of our opinions and stuff are so different from each other's, but it makes for a good conversation.
I mean, real talk. I know people, they really enjoy the not being biased when we speak on boxing. But hip hop, man, we be biased as fuck. At least these niggas, at least these up northerners,
Nah, this the southerner here.
Here we go.
I'm ready for this motherfucker. I gotta hear what y'all got to say.
The southern cats, the lyrics are anything. As long as they can ride and commit a crime to, nigga. The southerners don't care about no damn.
Nah, we care about bars. It's just y'all try to ignore when we do. Yeah, y'all do this benign neglect thing when southern artists give you music that has all the elements of hip hop and you care about the lyrics, the production, all that. Then it's like y'all move the goalposts and or y'all just fucking act like it doesn't happen. So nah, that's why I be here doing this shit.
Yeah, and you can understand because this is an old school Floridian here, so so this motherfucker's he's been through some eras of this type of shit that he's
because I've been calling this shit out for like 3 decades, and I'm gonna do it tonight again. This is why I picked these 2 albums. Yeah, so niggas is doing some revisionist history, but go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, and this was, from the brainchild of brother Shuttleworth the God, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically we're looking at trying to compare 2 albums. Like one, an obvious East Coast album, because, apparently there's something called an East Coast bias in rap today. Personally, I believe it's.
If everybody has to call it out, then of course it is.
Yeah, it's not just the South too. It's like, no, East Coast this season. But personally, I don't think it's just bias. We just have standards. That's all.
Nah, it's a motherfucking bias, nigga.
Nigga, it's called standards, nigga, with the capital S, my nigga, and it ends with the capital.
Because this
S,
is the thing. It's like, and that's why. Because look, niggas is acting like this matchup is on some like weird shit. When it's like you basically picking the 2 niggas who were mainstream artists who had the females on lock.
That's true. Well, hold, Henny, I'm just reading this comment. Y'all got to post this on your community page. What page are you talking about? Our web page or Facebook page?
I think YouTube.
YouTube? It is on our YouTube. It's not like, I mean, yeah, we are absolutely live on our YouTube. Like, we're.
Unless you make the community heading on YouTube.
Yeah, it is, because trust me, like we make sure that this is like out there. That's why I'm just trying to figure out what community page you talk about, because we have a web page, bro. We have a lot of different things. YouTube community page. YouTube community page.
YouTube. Okay, see, that's why I mentioned that. Like, I figured that's what it had to be. Like, but I just, niggas got to make sure. That's all.
YouTube community page. I thought that was like automatic. But, all right. Well, I will get that on there. But yes, as we were ranting, because it is about this so-called East Coast bias. I think it's all made up, man. It's like it's all. Dude,
all made up. Goddamn well it's not made up. Like this is what frustrates niggas with this shit, because you're acting like these goddamn cracker ass politicians when black people be telling you what's wrong in the community, and you niggas be like, I think this shit's made up. Like honestly, like it's low key offensive when y'all niggas do that shit. Like
I mean, I never thought it was made up, but I thought at times it kind of was a little overplayed. I don't know. Like it like I said, it's not made up. It is a thing.
I mean, it could be. Now, some niggas use it as a crutch and they overplay it. I will never deny that. But to say it don't exist, it's like saying racism. It's like you're like one of these niggas who saying racism don't exist because Obama got elected. Like, the fuck? Talk about the goddamn that that shit exists. But anyways, man, fucking Mase album came out 25 years ago.
Yeah, to this day, like
this day.
Yeah, I was just like, oh shit. I was like, God damn, it's been that fucking long. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, it's like it's things that make me feel old, bro. Like, cause niggas was in high school. Like me and LB was in high school when this shit came out.
I was a young jit. I was a young jit when this came out.
I gotta say 7th grade, I think, or going into 8th grade. Because 97, you know what I'm saying? So probably, going into 8th grade. I think this dropped for me. And it was big because, like, at that time, No Limit, Mase, all these niggas, like, this shit was, I think I was 8th grade. Like, Bad Boy, No Limit, like, all that, they was, like, big at the time. And if you was following hip hop, the table was set for Mase to be that nigga, and he dropped this.
And of course, obviously, helped for along by the tragic death of the Notorious B.I.G. It was a, I think the stars kind of aligned for Mase in a way. Like Mase was, keep in mind, Mase was always Mase was there. Because he was in the videos in '96. He was in the Only You remix video. Like, he was there. Like, him and Biggie's. That's probably the only video that those two were both in. And they had their joints that they were together. But when Big got, unfortunately, when he got killed in, he got killed in '97. Puff kind of stepped into the role as a rapper, too much to the, to my dismay. Yeah, and then you had Mase. Who?
Because he dropped the No Way Out dropped early in '97. I think in the spring, like April or something.
No, I thought No Way Out was '98.
No Way Out came out before Mase album.
Yeah. And No Way Out
didn't come out in '98. It came out in '97. Yeah, because it came out before Mase.
It just, the thing is, albums played for so long back in the day. It wasn't this damn microwave shit where niggas was dropping every month. Like, albums used to damn last you a good 2 years. So sometimes, like, we could compare an album from a year ago because, like, some of those songs didn't get fucking on that album were still getting played commercially a year later. Like, that's why it's like I don't see how no one, like, like comparing the two is like perfect. Like both got songs with Maya, nigga. Like I'm like, what the fuck y'all want? Both like just a year apart, but there was a time where a Mase song would be on the radio and a Silkk the Shocker and No Limit song would come on. Like same thing, MTV Jams, BET. So
yeah, because
this was just for the niggas who thinking this is a weird comparison. Like there's nothing weird about this comparison. It's basically the southern version of a rapper going against the New York version of that said rapper. They're in the same lane actually.
Right, because I mean, they both got pushed in different ways. Because I mean, Master P and C Murder were the ones, you know, in the foreground. Especially Master P. Master P was the one jumping on everyone's shit. Now, Master P was the lesser rapper of the actual brothers. Like, you know, like Master P was a terrible rapper. Like, I'm not even gonna mince words. He had his moments, but he was most largely terrible. Where C Murder was that nigga on the mic, and you know, and then you have Silkk, because you know, Silkk, you know, was out there in the background or whatever. And you know, because Silkk, you know, Master P's, you know, he's a hustler. You know, we respect the hustler. Like, you know, dude really, you know, he really got it from, got it from the gutter. Like, dude was there, so I respect it. Just rapping was not for him, but Silkk was there, and you know, pushing, you know, trying to push him up there. And then, you know, once No Limit blew up, yeah, Silkk was right there as like the quote unquote the southern, if you want to call him like the southern Mase in terms of what he was, you know, trying to, you know, basically, you know. The baby face, you know, the one that had, you know, the one that gets all the girls and shit, like just like how Mase was kind of positioned with Bad Boy,
the method man of No Limit, but without the bars, flow, rap, just the look wise are the aesthetics or whatever the fuck you want to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Every group had that shit. Every label or group had that shit. So now that we set the table for both, and you know, we got the circumstances, you know, hip hop is at a time where we lost Pac and Biggie, East-West Coast wars out the picture. The dust is settling. You got some groups emerging. Some artists are stepping up out of shadows, and niggas is trying to see who's next. Who's gonna be the next king? Who's be the big seller? And niggas just pushing out their little teen heartthrob rugrat niggas on
hell yeah.
And you had Mase was the first in line with, you know, with Harlem World. With the irony, because you know he
had a Rugrats song.
Yeah. Take me there. Like he shouted out a bunch of niggas he would later beef with.
Yeah, right.
I keep on the album, like all you hear is like, yo, shout out Cardag, yeah, Killer Cam the man, yeah, all over the fucking album. I'm like, God, y'all niggas the beefing with each other.
Harlem World album was kind of weak too. Ugh.
Dude, and that's why I know it's a regional bias, because that Harlem World album is low-key average as fuck. It's really just a 5, maybe a 6, if we're just being honest. Like, it like you could tell, like, Puff Daddy like had too much control over the album.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Literally.
The funny thing too is because Jermaine Dupri was also the co-exec, and usually Jermaine Dupri, I put respect on Jermaine Dupri's production, but yeah, it looked like that Puffy was like the silent executive producer on the album, because some of that shit was just so soft.
Silent. That motherfucker wasn't silent at all. He was talking on every fucking song.
Say, I don't know what you're talking about. Silent.
Silent. Like, every song was fucking take that. Harlem World, yeah, Mason Becca, yeah, you know,
yeah,
I'm like, oh my, like, shut the fuck up. I mean, it's like, is this a Mase album or a Diddy Mase album?
As far as JD, I always liked his production for R&B, but hip hop, it could be a little spotty sometimes.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, at times, yeah, I mean. But I
mean, at times, but when he made hip hop tracks, they never came off as overly pandering commercial bubblegum as Puff Daddy when he did it. Like, that nigga literally was just digging in the crates for 80 samples and was just like, all right, we got a good chorus on this one. You got 16 bars, right?
Right. Yeah, like
say it 3 times and we good. Like, damn.
Yeah, like JD used to be. Now JD used to bite waves. Like, that was his thing. But his production was all like, it was him. Like, it was original. Like, dude wasn't wasn't straight jacking samples. Whereas Puff, like, because he was trying to, because you know, when Pac and Biggie died, you know, they were trying to change the sound a little bit, and then, you know, Puff was like, hey, I think now people want to dance now. So Dude was just, I don't know what clubs Dude was in '97 in NY, but Dude was just getting any type of, you know, type of disco song with just straight jacket, not even trying to chop it up, none of that shit, you know, and just yeah, yeah, exactly. And then
he was doing everything like that.
Yeah.
Remember that song with Mike what's that shit with Mike Geronimo?
Mike
Geronimo, yeah.
yeah. Like Puffy was like he was doing the Khaled shit before Khaled. He was literally like making everything that sound the same.
Super Friends.
Yeah, like
Super
yeah,
Friends.
like you know, yeah, like yeah. That Mike Geronimo song, Nothing Moved by the Mic. That shit hurt my heart when I heard that shit. I was like, oh my god, no, Mike. And the funny thing is, that's that nigga's biggest hit. But the album, you know, the album flopped, even though that album was tough. You know, and then it was bad. He even got KRS-One. I mean, the only KRS album that actually went gold was the shit that was the shit that had the Puffy joint on there. You know, I was just like, yeah. I mean, Puffy was he everything he kind of touched, or he was like it was a success.
Yeah, I mean, he was given a boost, but the thing is, Puff Daddy's one of those dudes where, you know what? I'll make the perfect comparison because it's, you know, boxing's life over here, my nigga. Mm-hmm. There's two types of boxing teachers or trainers or instructors. Mm-hmm. You got the one who, when you walk into the gym, he'll show you the basics, but he's ended up only showing you the basics so you could train and fight exactly like he wants you to fight, how he fights.
Right.
Doesn't care about your physical attributes or what you're good at or whatever. You learn the basics only to learn how to fight how I want you to fight, how I fight. Mm-hmm. That's my system. Then you got boxing teachers and instructors, trainers, where you walk into the gym, they teach you the basics, and during the course of the journey of learning the basics, he develops your style, and he helps discover your style.
Word.
Diddy's not one of those type of teachers or producers. He has a sound style that he wants off rip. So if you walk into his gym or his studio, his label, he doesn't really care that you some goon or this, that, or you super lyrical miracle, whatever, nigga. Like, he's like
subliminal in your sugar in your cereal, that type of shit, nigga. So it's
it's like, nah, we gon' here's these shiny suits, nigga. Here's this Tina Marie sample, nigga, and
there's that Diana Ross, you know, you got rap, like nigga, you got rap over this coming out song. I'm coming up, nigga. You gonna rap over that? Say you want to get money? That's Puff right there.
Because remember, when you used to read like the interviews, the making of albums and shit, like I know Double XL had it.
Yeah, Double XL underrated album. I used to love them shits when he break down the albums and the songs. And
shit. This nigga didn't even like the damn what's that? The kick in the door beat.
No, he didn't like it. No, because you know,
like
he was like,
it had to grow on him. Everybody else had to like it and convince him, like, nigga, this is like a classic hip hop song. And he's like, yeah, you know. And he still didn't want to give niggas props.
Yeah, no, because it offended his pop sensibility. It's just the same thing, you know, just the thing with Ready to Die. And, you know, this nigga, you know, Big was spitting all types of raw shit, and then this nigga wanted to rap over Juicy. You know, and it's just like,
but it works. See, it works sometimes. See, the thing is, he still kind of let Biggie be Biggie. But with Mase, I don't think he didn't allow Mase to be Mase, because you could literally look at Mase album and you could take about half the songs off of there and you'd probably be left with a fire ass tape. But instead, you have pretty much the same songs over and over, because Puff is trying to he's trying to do a checklist. You know, he already on the intro. Then he's on the second song, the first song, help doing the chorus with Kelly Price.
Yeah, it's ad-libs because, you know, I mean, pretty much that's industry shit, because, you know, that's how, you know, niggas, you know, the more shit you have on it, the more money you make on the back end. That's how the nigga was. You know, he wasn't stupid. You know,
and he's super all over this album. So, and then it's like, you barely allow Mase to even come up with his own choruses. Like, you grab street niggas to do chorus, so it's like you bring DMX, cool, that song's fire, like it's dope, you know. You got the mad rapper skits, like you got features all over the album, like you ain't let Mase be Mase, and it's like even songs where Mase is by himself, Puff Daddy still finds his way on the song, like Looking at Me, another one, like do we really need Do You Want to Get Money and Love You So and fucking so
we got
I Need to Be like
so we gotta do this like track to track for the Mase one, and I see shout out to Miss 702. I see she's up in there. She's over there commenting. You know, first she said, "I'm a no limit soldier." So I told you, I saw that. I see the first comment in there.
I'm a no limit soldier. I thought I told you.
Yeah, Mase walked in on Biggie heels. He was featured up. He definitely did. But then, you know, when Biggie passed, he got bumped up. And then Silkk the Shocker was a whole Nola Ninja, who grabbed other upcoming, and made Hood Magic. That's the best.
And you know what? I agree. I think Silkk the Shocker is what Blueface aspires to be.
Ugh, I don't think that's a great aspiration, but
it isn't. But like, and Blueface actually sounds like Nipsey Slick.
You know,
like, the whole offbeat shit.
Well, you know, it's funny because now that you mentioned that, Henny God, now when I think of like Bust Down Tatiana, it sounds like something that Silkk the Shocker would do. So
hell yeah,
like it makes sense. I can see that comparison.
So, but yeah, so like fuck it, let's get this. I got both album lists up. We could go track for track real quick. But if y'all want to save your opinions for the album as totality at the end, we could. That's cool. Or y'all can say it now. But we just set the table.
I'll save it for the end.
Yeah, I actually wrote notes for every fucking track I listened for both Mase and the Silkk album stuff.
I didn't write notes. I just kind of
I ain't doing all that, nigga. I was point guard. You was point Dexter, nigga. Like,
I did because it worked so well for the Nostradamus shit when we were rating. So I was like, you know what? Let me go do this shit again. But also, we're not rating every song. I mean, the whole time. I'll definitely get this song.
I mean, niggas could say it could be like the Jigga DMX one, where we're like, which one was better?
Oh, okay. So I mean, did it have the same amount of tracks?
This one almost, it's like 20. It's the skits because both of them got skits. Both of them.
Well, both of them do have 20.
Yeah, I mean, Harlem World had Harlem World had too much fluff that So
it's overproduced, but Puff's intro, like, we rocking with it.
No, it was what it was. I mean, this was Puff in '97, bro. Like, it was just. Puff had to get his bars were.
I skipped it after like 20 seconds. I'm just like, okay, no.
Yeah, like I think I only listened to it the first time ever back in '97, like in art class.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
fun
times. Puff always wanted to be on some, wanted to get it all in the, all in the videos, all on the mic, nigga. Like, sit your ass down, nigga. Basically,
I couldn't imagine this nigga directing porn. Like he be fucking the hoes. Like,
don't.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to think about.
I'm just saying, dog. Like, this nigga finds himself in the star role no matter what. Like, dude, literally like, nah, see. You ain't really stroking this bitch like you supposed to, nigga. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Take that. See, you supposed to do it like this, like, come on, y'all, you laughing, but son, I'm telling the truth. Like,
it's the truth, it's true. Like, yeah, that's how much nigga Puff is, yo.
So the intro's a dud. So we'll go to the first song then, which is "Do You Want to Get Money" with Puff Daddy.
Yeah, I mean, I actually like this song because I think one thing I remember I told you about too is like, you can tell some of the tracks that are on the Mase Harlem album, like this, like you can tell this is like some of them were before Puffy thought, look, you gotta slow up your flow a little bit, you gotta make it, you gotta sound a little bit more jiggy because Mase was spinning on that shit, and then
he was. Yeah. Like I don't know if it's good for a first track though, like. But it kind of sets the tone for the album. It lets you know, like, look, these niggas are just gonna talk about fucking money for like an hour and 10 minutes. So just be prepared.
Right.
Yeah. We gonna pop you to death and make it glitz and glamorous the whole ride. So
right. Exactly.
So I'm like, okay. As a song itself, man, that shit's maybe like a 7. But comparing it to Silkk first song on the album, because he didn't have an intro, he didn't have Master P, introduce him and talk for 2 minutes. So
I'm a soldier. Yeah, Now,
I'm a Soldier's a fucking classic. That's a 10 for a 10. God damn it! Like I won't hear nothing less than a 10.
Here's my thing about it, because there
that was one of the best songs on the album.
Basically,
I said there was some struggle shit on there, but it was overall a dope posse cut. And Silkk should have done the hook. But my X as the closer though, that was the right move. Like she killed that.
Yep, she should always most of the time be the closer. Like 90% of the time she should close.
It's like everybody, and the thing is, it was one of those posse cuts where everybody came correct. I think the only 2 weakest verses were the Skullduggery and Silkk verse was like okay.
Yeah, that's why I said
Master P verse was even better.
That's why I said Silkk should have just done the hook.
But how you not have the best verse or at least a top 3 verse on your own posse cut? That's the
and that sets the tone for that album, motherfucker.
Basically,
because it's like, dude, like Mystical killed his verse, Mac killed his verse, Fiend killed his verse, C Murder killed his verse, Mia X killed her verse, Master P killed his verse. Everybody killed it. Everybody killed their verse to the best of their ability. And Silkk is Skullduggery, fucking child molesting ass. Y'all niggas kind of just, and the thing is, y'all are like on 2 different parts of the song, so it's like we got to hear both of y'all niggas parts. We can't just skip as a whole. Yeah, because
they're sandwiched in between the good stuff.
Yeah, because even I think Cain and Abel part right before Mia X part, and it's like he sets it off. So it's like, god damn, like, but it like I don't like. The song is still classic. Like I'm nitpicking the fuck out of it. It's still a classic posse cut. If you from the South, you know they had played this at damn football games, fucking cookouts. When you hear like a real marching band play "I'm a Soldier," that shit gets you fucking. Yeah,
truthfully, they definitely didn't play this in my high school in Connecticut. I'll be that wasn't a thing. So I'll definitely. I believe it though. From what you're
that shit, you seen niggas get stomped out to this beat, like, like,
my high school would definitely not allow niggas playing joints like that. Although, well, actually, no. I mean, they did play "Get at Me, Dog," but then niggas brought in the uncensored version, and niggas got suspended.
But see, can you hear a marching band play "Get at Me, Dog"?
No, you can't. I can't. That's not the type of song, nigga.
That's the southern production. Like "I'm a Soldier." When you hear a marching band play that, you gonna be like, nigga, I might have to fucking throw a football, nigga. Like, goddamn. Same thing with a lot of Manny Fresh beats that whoa, Kimo Sabe, big ballin' is my hobby. Like, you hear a marching band play that, you're like, what the fuck was this, like Armageddon coming? Like, you thinking shit about to start falling from the sky? Like, that's how powerful that shit is. But yeah, like both of them set the tone for their first songs though. So we go to number 3 for Mase. Take Was Yours featuring DMX, which I fucks with, DMX killed the hook.
I love this song.
Yeah, Mase. Yeah, this was murder Mase on this joint. Yeah. Like, bro killed this song.
Yeah.
So, but you see how he had to switch up from Happy Go Lucky Mase to like murder Mase, like.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, I was like, yo, Take What's Yours is like. I mean, if Mase had more songs like this on Harlem World, I wouldn't. Well, I'll say for my thoughts on what I think it is in some though. But there should have been more songs like this. Like because this one really showed like dude was a spitter. Like bro really had bars for days. You know,
the rapping ability is excellent so far. Like he gave you more of a chill street banger with "Take What's Yours." "Do You Wanna" is like pure prime bad boy sound.
Right.
And "Take What's Yours" is like almost the opposite, but it's not too grimy. It's like a chill G-Dep type of. It's funny because it's a song way before G-Dep, but
yeah,
I could see this is like the type of shit I could see G-Dep on. But yeah, I don't know, the song maybe a 9 or 8 to me. That's just my opinion, but it's a good song. It's one of the highlights on the album to me.
Easily
one of the best songs on the album for me.
Yeah, easily. And it's funny how like the shit lines up. Number 2 on Silkk, we had "Give Me the World."
I mean, the beat was cool on that, but Silk's flow was all over the fucking place.
I mean, this was par for the course for the whole album. Like, I'm just like, offbeat. I'm just like, can this dude get on a? Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, like this is the thing. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure No Limit had some dope producers and engineers. Like, you could
dude,
be
because
like,
this beat, the beat is good as fuck. "Give Me the World," like somebody else would have killed that beat.
But it's like,
but
I mean,
Silkk,
but this is why you have a producer. Like, nigga should say, look, Silkk, Wody, look, you got to come in on the 3, not the 1 or the 2, bruh, like the 3.
This nigga was coming in on the 5. But see, this is the thing. If you listen to more of the album, Silkk is better on the slower beats. He's more like, he'll rap closer to on beat or sound decent on a slower beat.
You're right, because I always remember the one beat that he actually wrote it perfectly was Montel Jordan's "Let's Ride."
Yeah, there you go. And he falls in line with that aspect on certain songs on this album, but just not enough. And but yeah, this is one of the songs, "Give Me the World," where it's cool. The beat is just the specialty on it. But I get it. To me, the song's about maybe a 6. Like it's cool. Like he has worse songs on here, definitely.
Oh, he does.
But as an early song in the album, you know, leading up to it, like, you know, album's still kind of gangster, so it's early. It's about a 6 for me, but it's not better than damn "Take What's Yours."
Yeah, no, easily, yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah. So right now, you know, they kind of hitting, they kind of, you know, throwing shots at each other. Like they kind of even up so far. But we get back to Mase, number 4. Goddamn, mad rapper interlude. So it's like we 4 tracks in and we already got like 2 skits.
Yeah, like the interlude should have been somewhere else. I mean, they had a whole bunch of interludes.
That kind of pissed me off a little bit. I'm like, we already had the puffy intro. We don't need another intro so close to that one. Like, no.
Yeah.
Please
like,
stretch it out.
So yeah, that was it didn't do Mase no fucking favors on this shit.
Hell no, he didn't.
And so that we back to Silkk and "Throw Your Hood Up."
This was one of the best songs on the fucking album.
This was really, really good.
Yeah, like Silkk actually made the effort to spit and, you know, to flow and spit to keep up with Snoop, and he killed that track. He killed that whole track. Like,
and the beat is good. And Snoop was spitting with some enthusiasm. Like,
yeah.
This is one of the better songs.
Yeah, like this is definitely one of Silk's better songs. Like, I mean, I was like, Silkk, when he made an effort to actually just stay on beat, like he could spit, like it was dope.
You know what? Honestly, I think it's this. I think he has to respect you or some shit. Like maybe motherfuckers when they go into the studio with Silkk, they was on some like, hey nigga, don't be doing that goddamn mystical E40 shit. Like you rap on this motherfucker like you got some goddamn sense, nigga. Like you gonna make a dope fucking record, but come correct on this motherfucker. And it's like you can kind of tell like he tries to come correct, because on Throw Your Hood Up, Snoop must have been like man, East Side bitch, like you gotta stop with this bullshit, like okay, Loke.
Yeah, he
because that nigga was spitting fire.
Yeah, and then Henny God says too many skits and interludes can kill an album. Yeah, funny thing is too is like not every Redman's albums had a whole bunch of skits and shit like that, but I think the skits flowed.
But they was funny and they flowed with the song.
Yeah, whereas the Mase skits were I think were just too much. It's just like and I'm
they
not
weren't
saying
funny. Because Busta Rhymes be having lots of skits and his shit.
Yeah, but his shits were
like,
funny. Them niggas, that nigga used to have me rolling with his skits. Like that nigga was hilarious.
DMX had skits on his first album, but they was grimy and just fit the theme. It was a cinematic vibe to it.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not against skits. You just gotta make it work. And it's like Mase album is just so fucking forced with these goddamn skits. But
I mean, we ain't getting nowhere, nothing close to. It's Mickey on the skits. So
yeah, no, right?
Exactly. Like, damn. So yeah, Throw Your Hood Up is probably like an 8 for me.
Low key. I mean, I don't know if it's low key, but this kind of reminded me that like, No Limit era Snoop kind of gave us some really good features and guest verses and good material. Like I'd be forgetting.
Yeah, he was refreshed from after being on a Death Row, because after being on Death Row and doing all that bullshit, dude got his mind.
A lot of people didn't appreciate it at the time, but King P is right. Like, there's a lot of niggas who didn't fuck with Snoop when he went to No Limit, and I'm like, what y'all mean? I
mean, the blasphemous No Limit is the label that pays me was a little too much, but but otherwise it was, his run at No Limit was actually like much better than people give it. Well,
it depends, because I remember the first No Limit album that he dropped on there was kind of weak. I didn't like it.
Nah, because you know what? Because people wanted a Death Row first album from Snoop, and he gave you his first No Limit album was a No Limit Snoop album.
The game is to be sold, not told, right?
Yeah, and I personally didn't like it. No Limit Top Dog.
I thought it was dope.
I actually like The Game Is to Be Sold, Not Told.
Yeah, that Still a G Thing is a classic song. Like DP.
Maybe I need to listen to it again, but I didn't like it. I mean, No Limit Top Dog was a huge improvement.
Did you like The Last Meal? Because I think The Last Meal was probably my favorite.
I like The Last Meal. Yeah. Yeah, that was the last No Limit Snoop album.
Yeah,
right?
I think that was my favorite of his 3 No Limit albums. The Last Meal.
But
so I'm gonna have to re-listen to them shits again. But
you might have to do that.
Anyways, let's get back to the track.
So now we go into that was what was that we had?
You should Throw Your Hood Up.
You throw your hood up.
And
Now
then back to Harlem World.
Harlem World. Okay, done with the Man Rapper skit.
Yeah,
will they die for you?
I hated this song.
This song was straight to me. It was okay.
No, this was the I Know What Girls Like song of Harlem World.
There was more of those. Surprisingly, there was more of those on there.
Yes, but this is the one that made me cringe the most. Like,
yeah, and you can tell that Mase wrote Puff's and Lil Kim's verses because the scheme's all the same.
But Lil Kim just says her part better. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, I actually like Lil Kim verse on this, but overall, like, this song is like a 6. Like, sometimes I skip it, sometimes I don't. But it's like a 6. It's not. It's like an in between. It's a song that, like, I guess is trying to prepare you for a harder Mase.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a transitional song. It's not the sing song, R&B Mase, but it's a little bit more of the get at me dog Mase, the murder Mase, I guess.
Yeah, like the hook was like raw, but.
Shout out to Rusty Taylor. He said everyone wanted more tracks on albums in that era, was perceived as value for your money. In actuality, they probably could be cut in half.
In a way, you're right, because like I said, because Yeah,
both albums could be trimmed the fuck down.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was just more because because the East Coast albums of the day was like, like you gotta have some bars, you gotta have your guest appearances. Like they followed a formula, not like a puffy formula, but they followed a formula. Like you gotta have this track and you gotta have that track on there. And so like a short album.
They both had a formula that they was using.
Yeah.
Shit. So we not. Overall, that song is just mid for us, right? That's the consensus.
Yeah, that song was mid.
I like it at all. Did not like it at all.
Yeah, if Puff wasn't on there, I'd say
it'd be a little better. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Puff didn't belong on that song.
Like I said, this is a Puff Daddy and Mase album.
Yeah,
it ain't no fucking Mase album. So we go back to Silkk. Damn! So this was a single. Just Be Straight With Me, and
now this was Master P doing his whole Puffy impression. Now, one thing too, they jacked the classic SOS Band song, like the sample, like so it was.
And see, most people felt he was biting Tupac at the time.
Because how he was spitting, because his delivery on that.
Tupac had that beat before him, and the whole. I'm trying to think what Tupac song it was, but
Homie and Thugs, you talking about that one?
Nah, it's a Tupac song. Is it with Richie Rich? I think it's a song with Richie Rich. It's a Tupac and Richie Rich song, but a lot of people felt
Master P had a kind of a Tupac kind of like when Tupac, because Tupac, he was trying to impersonate Tupac and a lot of that, and Master P was definitely trying to jack his delivery. But Just Be Straight to me was cool. It was a passport because it did have a vibe. Like I didn't mind Destiny's Child doing the hook for that shit. I mean, it was like, okay, this was young Beyonce. Like that's how it was back in the day.
Yeah, I mean it was a cool song. It's another one of those. I might listen to it, might not. It's a 6 type of song. It's not
like if it came out because it was one of the singles for that album, if I'm not mistaken. It had a video.
Yeah, they had a video and everything.
So like if I listen, like I'd nod my head and tell my feet like, just be straight with me, and I just
see, that's the thing is like these niggas. It's like Master P and Puffy were trying to out 80s each other with some of these damn looks for the album. Like they knew what they was doing. Like it was like here's the southern version of Teen Heartthrob 101. Like Nola version, nigga.
Getting that young Destiny Child. That was I think it was definitely a little bit after No, because I think that was the song that kind of put them in that atmosphere back in the day. I think it was either that or somewhere around that same time.
My bad. I've been missing.
I'm sitting here trying to think of what song the Pac and Richie Rich song you're talking about. I'm like, I feel like I know what it is, but I can't remember it.
Yeah, like you get what I'm saying, right? It's not. Is it Heavy in the Game? It's not.
Wait, Niggas Done Changed?
Nah, it's not Niggas.
No, that wasn't that song. No, that's
like I know Niggas Done Changed, but like hard. Nah,
they had a couple. They had a couple of ones, but I can't remember the exact one.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at Rusty's comments. Took the kiss of death so I could be the last done. Yeah, I would say I'd say he was trying to be Pac. Yeah.
Damn, everybody thought they had to have skits in the 90s. R&B interludes were amazing, but even that loud guy on the Jay-Z skits was a pain in the ass.
Word, Miss 702. Yeah, especially on the fucking the Streets is Watching fucking soundtrack. There was a lot of them. Yeah.
Okay, I reloaded.
Yeah.
Say hello to my little friend. You play Jay-Z, you gonna die playing Jay-Z. Like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Big ass nose.
Yo, word.
Big ass eyebrows, nigga.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean that's another song that was just it was straight for me,
it was okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It was straight. It was straight.
I didn't hate the song because, like I said, any song that samples SOS Band, and it samples it not in a way that doesn't offend me. Like I'll tap my feet and give it a nod. You know what I mean?
Just Be Straight. It was straight.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to sum it up. It was great school. So back to Harlem World.
Looking at me.
Looking at me. Okay, this was like a 10 for me. Like this was a
I won't admit
vibe.
though, Neptune's killed this shit. Niggas was spitting fly shit. You know, it was. Yeah, I can't hate on the song. Like this is the type of song that that Puff. You know, if Puff wanted to do his shit on it, that's the type of song you do your shit on. Like,
I feel like this was I feel like this was the song that the album was like the vibe that the album was trying to create manifested to this song the most. Like if Mase needed more of these type of songs.
Why are you over there looking at me?
Where it didn't just seem like you just gave this young kid a bunch of 80s loops and sent him in the studio for a couple weeks.
Yo, word.
so I like the way how they set this up, but if you look at it like now, all the songs are kind of all over the place so far. Like, do you want to get money with me? It's like, okay, you super jiggy, then now you on some laid back, urban street shit with Take What's Yours. You're not rah but you rah in a little.
Right.
The Mad Rapper, then Will They Die For You? You kind of get a little rah, but then you bring it back to some mellow shit, looking at me like you in the club. Like, it's like you didn't give us like 15 different looks already, nigga. Like,
yeah, exactly. Shit's exhausting, nigga. Mentally exhausting.
and all the beat and the beat tempos are all different too. Like, you had laid back, you had fast pace, you had. It's like, God damn, Puffy, what you doing? So, but looking at me, fire song, like that's Mase at his best, really. That's a 10 to me.
Yeah.
So we consensus, that's a fire song for Mase.
Yes, for sure.
Now it's like, damn, these niggas' albums are so close together. Because Silkk next song, If I Don't Got It, that's just a 10 for me. Classic.
Dope song.
Classic.
Silkk was spitting some real shit on that shit. That final verse was like dope for him. Like,
yeah, he was spitting some real shit, even if it was
real shit.
Even if it was offbeat.
I don't know. It's just, this is one of the songs it don't stand off beat.
I didn't think it was that offbeat.
I mean, it was still off. It wasn't as offbeat as some of his other stuff, but it was still a little offbeat.
I think he tried, but that's why
he tried. Yeah.
Dude,
he couldn't fuck up that Fiend chorus in that production. That's one of the smoothest, like A1. If you was to tell me, like, name the 50 hottest No Limit beats, this is one of them.
Hey yo, like for real, like Moby Dick, though. Pause. He was underrated as fuck. Like, yeah.
Killed this song. God damn. Like, I don't wanna be here if I don't gotta. My weed habit so close to snorting powder. Like, that shit is just a fucking vibe. Like,
yes, sir.
God damn, that's a 10. Like,
yeah,
10 motherfucker. And Silkk, and this is like I said earlier, Silkk is better on these type of beats. And he actually, and it was one of those songs where it was his song and Fiend just collabed with it. It wasn't one of those where like Mia X, outshined them, or Mystical, this Mystical song now, or the C Murder song. No, it's like it's a Silkk song. That's a classic Silkk song. Because of Silkk.
I'm just taking a look at the comments again. Henny God said, "Looking at me inspired me to make a song in high school." I believe it. And then there's the Miss 72. Come on though, everyone was grabbing Billy Lawrence trying to get that radio hit. Now that's a name that does not get mentioned. Like,
yes, I remember Billy Lawrence. Damn, Miss 702.
She's on the Mase album. She
is.
She's on the Mase album, and I'm gonna get to that when we get to that, because I have one thing to say about that song, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I remember the song she had with Craig Mack around that time, which was real fire. I can't remember it though, but shout out to Miss 702 for bringing that up. I want if you remember that song, post it in the comments. But yeah, everybody was trying to get Billy Lawrence on tracks. They tried to make her the next thing. But the Looking at Me was, and I'm sorry, we all the consensus. That's a classic Silkk song.
If I don't got it, absolutely.
Yeah, so back to Harlem World. White girl interlude. God damn it, these niggas in these interludes.
Yeah, another interlude that I skipped because it just was nonsensical. The placement was wrong. It's oh my gosh.
Jesus, nigga. All right, so we go. So this is our easy round. So we go back to damn Silkk. He has an interlude. I actually laughed with this one when I first heard this one. Like,
I mean, it was what it was. Like at that time, like, you know, because it was the first skit on the album, so I was like, okay, at least the skits on the Silkk album were kind of placed in like decent places on the album. Like,
and there was more amusing too. Like, and it was just quick, little short, 24 seconds.
It was like 20 something seconds.
So damn, Silkk even got better skits. Like, come on, Mase, what you doing? So, all right, we back to Mase now.
Okay, and here we go.
Love you so. Go ahead.
Let me say, I'm gonna say this. This was a knockoff Firm Biz.
Yeah, yes, it was,
and it was horrible. I hated it.
That hook. Oh my god. Ooh, Mase, I love you so. Never. I was like, yo, Puff, like, really, my nigga, like, you really wanted to cross over this much?
This is really gonna Puff trying to throw anything like any old sample at the wall and hoping it sticks, and this one did not stick.
Yeah, and this was a waste of Billy Lawrence's talents, like, to do a bullshit ass hook. Like, I'm pretty sure she got paid for doing that hook, but I mean, like, the song was so weak. Ugh.
Yeah, honestly, now this is the I Know What Girls Like song for the album. Fuck all that.
Yeah, it's just like
this is one of those songs that just had no, like, Mace's rapping couldn't even save it.
Yeah, it was just a trash song. Like, what is you doing? Like, this is, and like I said, and unfortunately, I wish you could say that this was, you know, that you know, there was more of those type of songs on this fucking album. Like, but yeah, this one was just horrid.
It's funny, this and both this song and Firm Biz came out in the same year, and yeah,
them niggas went on tour.
Yes, and we know which one of those singles was a classic to me, and the other one was this. Yeah. Got it.
And Miss 72 said, if Silkk remastered his album, this new generation of street cats would still feel it.
Yes, you know what? She's right, because their rapping ability is on par with Silkk. And the production is good. Look, the production of the Silkk album still stands to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mase shit is like all over the place. You could tell it's from that era.
Yeah.
If you was to play some of the beats on Silkk album, you would just sit on some milk crates outside, chilling, niggas smoking, whatever, and you just play some beats from Silkk album, niggas, you be like, hey, who beats is those? Like, niggas will start freestyling. Niggas, you ain't gonna start off no goddamn cypher with no Mase beats. You got maybe like 4 beats from that album, and niggas be like, all right, man, what else you got?
Right.
you let that whole Silkk album play. Production wise, that's just fire. Like, niggas will be rapping, freestyling on that whole fucking album.
Right.
So
let's get away from this, because let's get away from this hard song that Tina Marie must be rolling in the grave, hearing her song sample with this crap.
Yeah, this song was like
the sample was so fucking lazy. That was Puff definitely was on. Definitely probably heard that in some weak ass club he was in. That he had no, you know, just this is it. You know, this is it.
And this is just like that was track 8, and it's like the album kind of struggling.
Yeah, struggling.
Whereas we go back to Silkk and we're at like We Can Dance.
Yep.
The beat was cool. Silk's flowed all over the place, and
maybe Silkk was trying to dance while recording this song.
I mean, this nigga said, "I'll hang your ass like a hanger." I'm like, nah, bro. Like,
no, let's not.
Nah,
and he was trying to fit so many words into the bars. I'm like, dude, the beat is chill. See, this is what happens when Fiend or Mystical or none of them other niggas like accompanied him to the studio that day. And it's like he had the whole song to himself, and it's like the engineer just was like, fuck it, like he just left it on record, went outside and smoked a pack, came back, and it's like, here you go, and it's like, god damn it, like fuck. The beat hard though, the beat, like, to me, I give the song a 6. Sometimes I listen to it, sometimes I don't, because the beat is just it's a fire beat to me. It's just a laid back hard beat, smooth, like that bass line is fire, cool. Nigga. Like if you'd have gave, like, this is the type of beat I would want Jadakiss to murk. Get his beat to Juvenile, nigga.
Because Jadakiss would have parallel parked on this track.
Right. That nigga would have parked. He would have Jason Statham that motherfucker. He would have transported that. Like he would have been up and down, parked any which way on this motherfucker. Like perfect. Like honestly, you get his whole album to the locks, maybe save for a few tracks, and them niggas destroy this shit.
Thank you, Miss 702. Like they did Tina Marie dirty with that sample. Ugh.
Yeah, super facts. Like ugh. Damn, I know Billy Lawrence was like, had to be embarrassed, damn, singing that shit. But you
hope she got paid well.
Well, that shit, the album went 3 times plus, so I'm pretty sure she must have seen some scratch off this shit. So,
nah, I mean the beats. I ain't saying the beats carried Silkk, but they damn sure helped.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah,
like they're like half the reason why the album good. Like, I mean, Silkk ain't the best rapper. It's just his energy, production. Sometimes I like when he's spitting that fast gibberish shit. Like, if it's a fire song, yeah.
Henny God's putting you to the fire. You saying beats carried Silkk?
That's what I'm answering. Like,
oh, sorry.
I feel like it's like a half and half with him. Like, if anything, the beats are carrying Mase too.
In a way, you could say that, yeah.
This made Mase a better rapper, but shit, then I feel like if you gave Mase these beats, he makes a better album.
That's also true.
If you give Silkk Mase beats, then you don't want to hear what will come up.
Yo, facts.
Maybe Silkk on the shit. Where we at? We at number 9.
We're going from one of my least favorite songs on the album to one of my more favorite songs.
Yeah,
8 Ball and MJG can do no fucking wrong. So it's dope. So
this and okay, so you know, maybe devil's advocate. This is where I'm gonna I'll push back a little bit on the biasness that LB talked about, because it does exist, and I won't say it does not exist. But at the same time, we appreciate some shit from the South, and this song is just proof of that. Like, we fuck with this song. Like 8 Ball and MJG, those dudes, and put them on a song with Mase, that shit was fire.
Classic, dude. This is a 10. This is a 10. It's one of the best songs on the album.
Yeah,
one of the best collabs.
Yeah,
and just to show you how popping 8 Ball and MJG. 8 Ball is on both these niggas' albums.
Yep.
So just to show you, and that's the thing. It's like there was a bias, you know what I'm saying? But like I said earlier, some people overplay it. Just like some niggas overplay certain shit we argue about in boxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One of those niggas is gonna be fighting this week, and motherfuckers been overplaying his pound for pound ranking. Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'll never say that he's not a great fighter, that he's not a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not gonna say that New York ain't right about some of these goddamn rappers from the South. you think I was bumping goddamn Laffy Taffy and the other bullshit from that era?
Maybe.
Nah, see, fuck you, nigga. Like, nah. That shit was trash.
Oh my god, that Laffy Taffy, I still can't. I mean, even I had to do that stupid shit in the club. Like, that shit was like oh my god, but the hoes were dancing to it. So I was like, you know, I had to do that fucking shit.
But see, this is the thing. Y'all niggas had what's that shit? Chicken noodle soup, chicken soup. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, that was made by a little kid. She was a.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It still came from y'all.
No, I hear you. I'm like, it's a damn kid.
Yeah, at least they never played that shit in the club.
A kid raised by y'all culture.
Yeah, but that chicken noodle soup was never played in no damn clubs though. Like, you know, fucking.
I don't know that. I wasn't no goddamn New York club. There's so many fucking New York songs that niggas tell me that never played up where they at. Shit, when I met Rome, we had an argument about certain Trick Daddy songs. He was like, damn, that never got played up here. I'm like, that shit got played down here. And he's like, this got played. I'm like, man, niggas loved Kanye down here, but they didn't play this shit down here. He's like, man, they played this every day up here. I'm like,
yeah,
the regions exist for a reason.
Yeah, no,
Kanye songs got hella play up here, like they're like in those days. I
don't know. It's just
but the song we was talking about was fucking Impossible. We was coming home from work and I was playing it in the whip, and he was like, God damn, you know about this? I was like, hell yeah. And he's like, damn, they used to play this all the time on the radio up here. I was like, word? I was like, this shit was never on the radio. Like, you had to really listen to fucking music to hear this shit. Like, so it's like a difference. Like, that region will play certain B-sides or songs that are less popular than a region that fucks with that artist, but he not from that region.
Hey, yo, Henny God, man, you trying to start something, bruh? I see what you try to be slick, bruh.
I mean, it's all good. I don't know. It's just interesting to me from my experiences, even though I'm a lot younger than y'all. But like, cause like, especially when it comes to like, oh, well, we didn't give the South love and all of that. Cause like, I could just remember growing up, like, no, we didn't. Like, a lot of us here in New York, we didn't fuck with No Limit, but we loved Cash Money. We loved Outkast. So it's like we showed some of them, some Southern artists some love.
But see, this is the thing. It's like y'all couldn't really have no reason not to fuck with No Limit. You guys would just name Silkk and disregard 20 other niggas who are great MCs. So well, that's hold on, I'm answering this nigga question. Like, I'm asking, like, for his shit is different with No Limit. We look at the No Limit shit as hate because No Limit has so many artists. It's like you had to find at least one person fucking dope, and a lot of times nigga would just be like, nah. Because and we looked at Cash Money as like, these niggas ain't even like MCs. They not even spitting like that. They really was carried by production. Shit, yeah, if you want to be honest, like production carried Cash Money way more than No Limit did.
No, I can agree with that. I can agree.
So
with
that's why it always comes off as hate when New York niggas didn't fuck with them No Limit, because we're like, No Limit, like New York, No Limit had just as good enough rappers as y'all motherfuckers.
When like a lot of people here, when we heard No Limit, we automatically thought Master P, and motherfuckers was not fucking with Master P.
See, and that's the problem. That's why we call it hate, because y'all are hating on the figurehead or or one nigga who runs it, but he runs a fucking team, and you got a whole. It's like y'all niggas is hating on Nick. Y'all hating on the Avengers because you don't like Nick Fury. That's what y'all niggas was doing. And since y'all some comic book motherfuckers, y'all get that comparison easily.
No, I get that. I think a lot of and I think if you would have asked a lot of cats up here, you know, who I don't know if they knew all the members of No Limit, a lot of the motherfuckers didn't know all of them.
Because it's hate. Y'all niggas ain't gave it a chance. We gave y'all shit a chance because motherfuckers was playing everything down here. It's like y'all just like, you gotta accept that y'all niggas was hating. Matter of fact, you could look at the poll. Y'all know goddamn well this Mase album wasn't better than Silkk album, but niggas just hate No Limit. And see, I do these topics for a fucking reason. I be proving my point like easily, like all the time, son. Like I'm telling y'all, like, but to your point, the play, and maybe because King P is younger than us, he kind of saw. He's from an era where he kind of saw the South and New York kind of fuck with each other a little more, like shit was thawing out. Whereas like me and Pat, which is funny because Pat said it don't exist and he's old enough to know it existed. A younger nigga comes and says, you know what, it did exist, but you know, he came at it at a point where like you could really see like niggas was trying to like be better. So you know,
it's just, I'm saying it's just interesting because growing up, I was a Wu-Tang fan growing up, and I'm hearing Raekwon and Outkast on a song together, and so if you were to tell me, oh, well, you know, that's biased, y'all wasn't fucking with Southern artists, I'm like, we got Southern artists on tracks with us. Like, I don't know, it's just funny.
But see, y'all niggas, it was a pick and choose thing, like until it's like it wasn't official. Like I don't think niggas really like I guess a lot of people don't even want to acknowledge the full embrace until like that Cameron Weezy, like that Dipset vibe happened, and like Jada was always fucking with niggas down here. So I don't know, like it existed, but niggas respected us, like.
And it was funny because then it would get to the point where like you would say certain things, and then people from the South would be like, "Oh, well, that doesn't count." Like I would say New York had so much love for Outkast, and they're like, "Oh, but it's Outkast. They don't count." What do you mean they don't count? Like,
nah, I would never say they don't count, but it's like y'all give them a chance because Outkast is the big nigga, like the big group. But you know, y'all niggas ain't giving Fiend a chance because Fiend is just as dope, but he's on No Limit, and y'all still making fun of niggas going and other sound effects. Same thing with Mia X. Like, but you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, but we all in consensus. The player with everything that I do be all about the loot. I be kicking up dust in my polo. That shit's fucking. But we all like that's a classic, right? Like 10 for 10. Like,
that's absolutely.
Yeah. Like, let me get back to these comments real quick because I know I'm missing them. I'm looking at the track listing and all this. I'm missing these shits. New York, little mama lip gloss.
That's what I say. He was trying to choose.
I saw the angle. He was taking and just ignored it.
Yeah, you know, because Henny got
Mase had bars though when he wanted to. Hell, damn right, Mase had bars. Let me say, my sidewalk was South Central LA, but my living room was Texas, Louisiana, blues, country, etc. Us Southerners, kids gonna slide with Silkk before Mase. Our ears are trained.
Yeah, I believe it.
And see, the thing is, this why I fucks with y'all, because musically, Silkk is making better music than Mase, and Mase is the better rapper. But because Mase is the better rapper, niggas are just saying he's making the better album. But like I said earlier, I think it's some type of bias that some people have. Some people might just be honest about it, but most people aren't. That's why they're just voting for the Silkk, the Mase album like that. Because track for track so far, we done gave you like Mase done had 2 great songs so far. Where Silkk then gave you like maybe 4? I'm just saying. So if we go back to Silkk shit, Mama always told me, goddamn, another 8-ball song.
Yeah, like
yeah, I liked 8-balls. I liked 8-balls shit, and then skipped Silkk shit because I was just annoyed at his shit.
Yeah, Silkk was trash, but P and Murder Trading Cars was nice on that shit.
Yeah, I fuck with this song. I always liked it.
I wasn't a big fan of the hook though. That wasn't.
Mama always told me. I mean, I fucked with this song. This is about like it's an 8 to me.
Yeah, Silkk.
I wouldn't say it's a classic because it's like Silkk kind of brought it down where everybody else stepped it up.
Yeah, Silkk really brought it down. He was garbage.
This is the shit that we wasn't fucking with.
Yeah,
I'll tell you. This kind of stuff was not.
But see, that's the thing is like y'all niggas would like. It's like oh my god, like y'all be the type of niggas that y'all make sure y'all could see Silkk stumble the ball like this. Like everybody else does their job, but Silkk fucks it up. But y'all don't see when he's on like If I Don't Gotta or other joints like where he really, does it like. So it's like y'all niggas is like my pops when I used to blow up Vladimir Klitschko and hype him up, but every time I would watch a fight with Rodney and we would watch Klitschko fight, if he happened to see it with me live, that nigga Klitschko getting knocked the fuck out. And this happened on like maybe 3 different occasions, like, God and damn. He would just laugh after. Yes, it's like bad luck. Like, God damn. Corey Sanders,
yeah,
I think Brewster. I think he left early on the damn touch of sleep fight. Thank God. And then last but not least, the Anthony Joshua fight. The same day we met Danny Garcia and shit. So it was a super boxing day. But at that point, I'm just like, I don't never want to see like Klitschko fight again, and my pops is in the room. Oh shit! So
bad omen for Vlad. The bad omen for Vlad.
Yeah, for real. Like, oh man, like. But yeah,
Miss
man.
Two says, I'm just reading her comments. She says, I was ghetto. I listened to Masterpiece CD and every artist that pursued up to Mercedes. I like that Mercedes album color better than the classic Lil' Kim album cover. I mean, I like that Mercedes album cover too. Mercedes couldn't rap though. That's real. Like she was trash.
Nah, Lil' Kim rap her in a toolbox, but the Mercedes album cover was
that shit was porn, nigga. That shit was porn to me back then, my nigga.
Nah, it was classic for the sense that you knew it was coming and never knew when it dropped, but you just started seeing the video on like the little local channels down south, and then eventually BET Uncut. Then it's like, oh shit, the album out.
Yeah, yep. Oh,
but yeah, that
nigga down like steel.
Facts, but so both albums featured a good 8-ball feature and song, but Mase had the better song.
Better 8-ball feature with the song, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but definitely still a highlight for Silkk album. So we go back to Harlem World.
Man, it's a skit.
A hater.
A stupid skit at that.
Yeah, so we just skipped that. Go back to Silkk, and I always fuck with this song. You Ain't Gotta Lie to Kick It. Like,
Silkk was trash on this shit too.
Silkk was saying some dope shit, but it's like he struggled. Like I know the paper looked way better than how it came out.
This song was struggle to me. This was struggle still.
Mia X
saved this motherfucker. Mia X killed this fucking song. Like she was like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if like Mia X was really talking about a real person. Like that shit was hitting personal. Like, like she was really getting that shorty. Like, and like Silkk shit was hard too. Like the whole like what she said, like, can I use your cell phone? But it's the battery low because it's always on roam. Like Silkk was saying some real shit. So I don't know. This is a song I fucked with on that album.
I mean, Mia's part was dope, but it was a chore to get to that part.
Oh. Yeah, you had to earn that motherfucker. You had to you had to fight two 154-pound top 10 contenders for your title shot. Like they made you work for that motherfucker. But
if they would have put Mia's part in the beginning, I probably wouldn't have listened to the rest of the song.
nigga, they know that. They know that.
That's why she's a closer.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the engineer told them that Master P set it up to where they all had to rap first before she even knew about it. Like we saved you a spot. Like, damn. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it home. Shit, fuck it. But yeah, I get this song at 8 to me. But it's a highlight for me. But I know it's polarizing for some people because the production, like I said, is dope. I can see Mase killing this shit, Jadakiss, all them niggas murking this fucking beat.
Yeah, but everything about the hook was annoying too. I didn't like the hook either.
This nigga said, I have no opinion on Mercedes, but I do like the cars. My nigga. That's fucking classic. That's damn classic.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. But yeah, we go back to so I feel like Silkk then gave us 2 decent songs in a row, and it's like Mase has been all over the place, but he comes back hard.
Now we're getting to the high points of the Mase album for me.
Yeah, Mase is gonna give us a little run now. Niggas wanna act. I feel like this is
love this.
Yeah, this is a 10 for me. It's another highlight, one of the best songs on the album.
Easy, but Busta should have been doing more than this. The ad libs on the hook, man. Like, no.
You see, that's the thing I was talking about. Puff is the album's overproduced because Mase isn't allowed to have a personality on the album. He just a nigga who can rap good, that's given different good looks. And this is another one in the same vein of the DMX feature where, you know, hey, Mase, we have a beat here that sounds grimier than that DMX song you did. And Busta barged in here earlier and laid a chorus that we're gonna decide to use. So you know Busta Rhymes is just everywhere, nigga. Like, yeah, I'm surprised he's not on both albums, but he makes his way to a Mystical album later on though. So that lets you know, like, when the top artists have you as a feature, that lets you know you're also respected or looked at. So shout out to A-Ball and MJG, you know, being on both these niggas' albums. But yeah, Busta Rhymes, the energy on this, the hook, I love this song. Like, niggas want, and I love how the chorus builds up. Like, that's the one thing I disagree. Like, I would love, like, King P is right in a way. Like, this song needed a remix where Busta got a verse.
Right.
I don't care if they would redo this motherfucker now, I would still listen to it.
Pat said that, not me.
Oh, Pat said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I said,
my bad. I'm sorry.
Busta should be on more than just doing ad libs on the hook. Like, Busta should have had a whole verse or something like that.
I mean, sometimes some Busta songs, even if Busta doesn't have a verse on it, I'm still cool. His energy his presence is there, whether he's on whether he has a verse or not. So I was cool either way.
See, and that's how I felt about it, especially how it built up, because he doesn't do the full chorus at first, and it kind of builds up, and then it's really to, you niggas want to act, we can act. Like, he really gets into it towards the end, and it's like, damn, like so I had no problem with it. I do feel like this song deserved a remix though. Like, Busta needed a verse on this, but it was perfect without him having a verse. So yeah, easily one of the better songs on the album. And we in consensus agreement with that. And then now Silkk start giving us some duds.
Girl, feel me. Like,
awful. This a 2.
Like, he felt like he was. I felt like I was listening to Pac, like he was trying to do Pac.
Yeah, Master P's Tupac impression was all over the goddamn place. I was like, what the fuck? Everything. If I think it was the hook was dope, but the whole song, everything else about this song was just was bullshit.
It's cringe. I always skip this. I hated this song. Oh my god, like. But this is where Master P is at least letting us see the type of artist Silkk the Shocker is. Like, and you get to see Silk's personality in the music and the songs, where Mase is only allowed his personality really on the fucking skits. And then you got Mad Rapper and Puffy doing half of those, so it's like,
right.
God damn, like, it almost feel like if Mase album, you could replace Mase with anybody, and I think you would come up with the same type of album.
That's facts.
Whereas, like, I don't think everyone could be on Silkk album.
No, not at all.
But yeah, this song definitely fucking trash. So back to Harlem World, and this is a 10. This is classic. Like, feels so good. Like,
I hate it. Feels so good.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Sorry, that's the Puffy song. Like that's some of the shit I couldn't stand about.
Be that guy. Don't be that guy.
I'm not being that guy, nigga. This was a trash song, nigga.
Nah, Mase was spitting hard on this. Like, look, this is one of those songs where they do the whole commercial mainstream shit. They do it right, and it sounds great. Mase is in his bag, beat is catchy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
everything's
they
dope.
They sampled Coon the Gang on this, the sample. But then this was like it was a sample jack straight, like none of like, and then.
But see, this is the thing. That's the whole hit or miss of it. Like they tried to do that too many times on the album, and the stars only align so much for certain shit.
Yeah, but yeah, because they play Feel So Good like crazy. Like that's why I couldn't stand the fucking song. Like the hook, and then of course the hook that came from fucking Gloria Estefan. Like that's like it was just like this was Puffy through and through. Like Puffy this was a Puffy song. I was just like,
he's all over the song,
but it worked. It worked.
It worked magnificently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll never like that song.
I hope you weren't the same way about Can't Hold Me Down. Please don't say it. Please don't tell me you didn't like that one either.
The remix was better than the original one.
I liked them both. I don't care.
Can't Hold Me Down. Damn, niggas hated that.
I loved that. So
the remix. I thought the remix was better. I didn't really like the OG all that much, but But like I said, Puffy's type of production wore on my patience back then.
But I get it. But when it hits, it hits.
Hits. See, and that's the thing. The Mase album just ain't hit enough. But when it hit. Hey, you wanted a Southern Unity track? We give you 8 Ball of MJG classic. It hit. You want some grimy New York niggas to say a chorus for you? DMX, Busta Rhymes. It hit. It worked. You want an R&B sensation to sing a chorus for you? It hit kinda on the first song. Do you want to get money? Yeah. Where else it hit at? Yeah, not so. Okay, that goes into the what?
Let's get into Ghetto Hey DJ.
Hey, let's put it this way. I actually like the use of that sample and the hook for that. I actually thought Silkk did his thing on that damn track. I actually like that song. I actually really like All Night.
I did not.
All Night's a 6 to me. It's sometimes I listen to it, sometimes I don't. Like you play the whole album through, like I fucks with the song. It's another song where it's kind of Silkk is allowed to kind of show his personality, and he's able to rap to a slower beat. The beat's good, and he doesn't sound as bad.
Like you gotta be a real fuck up not to do anything with anyone who samples that beat. Like,
yeah. So far, it's like Silkk provided more like on average, he's giving you better songs so far. And I think, and so far, the only song I think Mase really dropped that like could even compete with the best Silkk song is the Player Way. And niggas gonna act like he got 3 songs so far, so just to show like niggas is really like going overboard with these Mase votes, man. Like a lot of fluff here, but All Night was a decent song to me. King P don't sound like he liked it.
No, this was the fluff for this album. This album had fluff to me too, so
they both have fluff. These little teeny bopping niggas, like
right.
Like fucking The Thug in Me was the fluff for me. All Night was like just a decent,
It was a vibe song for me.
Vibe song. Yeah, decent vibe song on the album. Nothing special, but nothing trash. But okay, we go back to Harlem World. Tell me what you want.
Now this song hit for me. Like,
I loved it too.
This was a classic record. I give it a 9. It was a vibe.
Total killed that damn song. The Steely Dan sample, like the shit was like, this song hit. Like,
and Mase was rapping his ass off. He had all the lines. Niggas in school were just saying Mase lines to bitches at the time, like
right.
Like, Our women, young girls. My bad. Like, you got me in my bag right now. Y'all took me back. But yeah, this classic record. The video was fire. It used to get played all the time.
Yes.
And it really take you back to a time where like you had a lot of black women in these videos, man.
Yeah, I miss those days. I miss music videos, period.
Yeah, before it all turned into damn We Are the World and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But fire song, ain't too much really to say about it. Weird consensus. Like right now, fucking I feel like Mase is on a 3-song run, which is like finally like this feel like this damn, what's a boxer that be losing rounds and he starts winning them? What, Pedraza? Hold on, let me see.
Badu Jack.
Badu Jack, yeah, this is the part in the album where Badu Jack starts making his comeback. Like he's racking them off and like, you know, like now we go back to the Silkk album. Who Can I Trust?
Okay, so this is one of those songs where the lyrics read a lot better than they sound because this motherfucker rambles it. Can't stay on beat. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what kills this song.
I mean, to me, it was just generic. I mean, I wasn't really feeling it off rip. I mean, I think that, even more than just Silkk being offbeat, I just thought it was just like,
he was saying some stuff, but it was just
he was saying some shit. It just that's why he's hit or miss. Even the beat is slower for him. Like this would be a great song with anybody else. Give this beat to Mase, Jadakiss, Audi, and I'm just saying because those niggas are from the same camp. I'm just going back to them, but yeah,
right.
Who Can I Trust? It's a 6 for me. Like it's cool. Like when I play the whole album, I'll let it play. I don't skip it. Because right now on the Silkk album, the only song I really skip is the number 10, the Thug in Me. Like everything else really just flows through. Like that's the I Know What Girls Like track.
Yeah.
Yo, KP coined that shit for real. Like
what?
The I Know What Girls Like.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yeah, we be doing that shit, I swear. So yeah, consensus. Who Can I Trust is like a mid song to average mid to everyone.
Average mid, even mid average.
Okay, yeah, pretty much. No real disagreement. I fucks with it, but like I said, it's a 6. It ain't nothing special. Back to Mase and these goddamn skits.
Yep, and again, it was just like, ugh.
This the one who he's like, how you know she's not 19? He's like, cause I followed her to school, motherfucker. Like, I remember one of these Mase skits was funny, but
Mase was on some Chester shit on that skit.
Oh man, but yeah, man, like Mase, too many fucking skits, yo. So goddamn, back to Silkk the Shocker.
It Ain't My Fault, which is classic.
Thank God they put Mystical at first, because afterwards I would just didn't care for anymore. I didn't care anymore.
That nigga was rambling his ass off on that stuff. In fact, that's part of the reason why I was when I like Mystical, got me, because the nigga was just all over the place. But Silkk was just like, this is the reason why I was like, I'm not listening to this bullshit like this album. I was like,
that's the funny thing. Like, even when Mystical rambles at times, it's like high quality rambling. Like,
and it's on beat, and it's like, and he actually has bars in his ramblings. Like he murked this song, like he ripped this shit, like that shit, like hype. It's the energy Mystical give you. It's like Silkk be want to give you the energy, but nothing else.
Yeah, and
it's just like it's E40 and Mystical style wrapped into one, and it's like he fails at both. Because Silkk didn't always rap like that. Like his first album, The Shocker, he raps more slow, like how you hear on some of these songs. But yeah, Ain't My Fault. It's about a 9 for me. It's not a 10, but it's a highlight. It's one of the best songs on the album.
Yeah, it's a classic, but
it's a classic too.
Because it definitely reached East Coast ears for sure. Like there was no back in the day. It definitely did. The fucking video and everything, like that shit did hit up here, man. You know.
Yeah, so now we back to Mase and another song about this.
Hated Cheat on You. Never liked it.
I actually like this.
Jay kicked the quotable though. That was Jay kicked one of his, a very underrated verse though. But
yep.
I actually liked all their verses. It's not a bad song. It's like, to me, it's like a 7. Like the beat is cool, but it falls line. The chorus kind of kills the song for the rapping though. Like, because it makes it falls. It gives it that fluff feeling. But these niggas is really spitting bars.
And of course, you could tell that Mase wrote C's verse too. Not one like that was absolutely positively. I could easily tell.
That's the time when Mase was writing for all these niggas. Jeez.
Yeah, I think Jermaine Dupri did the beat on that Cheat on You. So it was fucking what was it? Didn't they sample Michael Jackson on this fucking song? Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad song. It's kind of like the song with Lil' Kim earlier in the album. It falls into that lane. It's more fluff than street, like
very fluff.
Yeah, so that kind of kills it on this one. It's about a 7. It's not a highlight of the album, but it's better than the worst songs.
Yo, facts.
Damn, like, oh man, we all over the place with these compliments. Number 14, Silkk, What Gangsters Do.
I like the beat. This was a funky beat ruined by Silkk's. Oh my god.
Yeah, Silkk
Cain and Abel did their thing, but
killed that. Yeah, like the Patrice Rooster sample was always good. Like that was classic. But Silkk again, nonsense. This nigga, the engineer was like, "Look, Wody, come in on fucking 3, not 1, not 2, not 7. Nigga, get on this fucking beat." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
this song is like a 5 to me.
It's funny because like listening to this Silkk album. It reminded me of, it was funny, we were just talking about Jay, about Kanye, when Kanye was first coming up. And I remember like on his outro skit on College Dropout, where he's telling his story, where he was like, Dame was listening. He's like, you know what? Dame was like, you know what? Let's put an album with him. If it sucks, we could just throw Cam on every track and save the album. Like they threw everything else on Silkk's album to save it, because like, oh my gosh, if it wasn't for all these lifelines Silkk was getting, oh my gosh, I don't know how much I could stand him.
Exactly. Oh man, but yeah, this is one of those songs where when I play the album, I ain't really skip it. I just, it fits into it. It's not a bad song. It's just cool. It's about mid for me. Not really the biggest fan of the beat, but it's not a bad song. It's not a highlight for me, but it's like the Mase song. It's better than the worst song. So there's no other way I can describe it, But yeah, so back to Mase, and we go into one of the classic posse cuts. That's one thing these two niggas did. Both niggas brought us classic posse cuts, so I'm grateful.
Yeah.
24 Hours to Live.
Love this song. This shit was just like, to me, like this is what made me actually cop Harlem World, like 24 Hours to Live, when I first heard that shit. I was like, yeah, I okay, this is where I need to get this one, and everyone.
See, you better than me. See, I copped damn No Way Out, but I didn't cop this. Like someone dubbed the tape for me, but I copped No Way Out for them Biggie songs. Like Victory was like it was different era, man. You didn't like.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't have you could like you had to have that song like.
Well, I mean, back then you can go get the maxi single though. Back in the day, and then you get some other, you get some B-side, you get some other variations of the single on there, and maybe an instrumental too if you want to kick a flow over it. So that was how it was. Like
they ain't had that at Best Buy that day, nigga, and the cassette tape was like for $7.24, my nigga. So
yeah, it really was, yo. It was just like, goddamn, like.
So I just did that, but yeah, man, like you right, like 24 Hours to Live. That song is so great. It's worth buying this album for. And this average ass album.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said, like if it was for 24 Hours to Live, I probably would have never bit the button and actually got the whole album. But I was like, yeah, when I heard 24 Hours to Live, I was like, whew. Like I was like, God damn, like all this fuck that was a lot of fucking heat. Like them niggas ripped that shit. Even Puff, even little Puff doing this hook, Puff even killed this hook.
My favorite song for both, like if I were to put like my favorite song for combined for both these albums, this would be it. Of course, this would definitely be it for me. I love this song so much.
Yeah, 24 Hours. Like everyone was spinning fucking quotables, nigga. Like on this shit.
Every feature was worth it, man. Like, just an overall great song, great video. Like,
yeah, the video, absolute classic, man. I miss DMX, man. DMX was a special nigga, man. Like,
yep.
Yeah,
you're gonna get me sad, man.
and Black Rob, nigga, and Black Rob.
And Black, especially Black Rob. Black Rob probably has the most underrated Bad Boy classic album, but it's just like, everyone remembers Whoa as it is, but that album had pure heat on there. Like nigga was like spitting like shit. Even had a fucking Jennifer Lopez song that I liked. That nigga was spitting on that
Dame
shit.
Espacio.
Yeah, like.
He had his own. He flipped the classic Slick Rick, like and put his own spin on it. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking with that. That whole album was dope.
Yeah, we're gonna have to revisit that.
Yeah, we'll have to revisit that.
But yeah, definitely one of the highlights of the album. One of the highlights of this fucking discussion, really.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So we go into now. Silkk has a skit now.
Yeah, skip.
This is a skippable skip.
This is a skip of all skips.
When you hear it the first time, it goes right into the next song, so it works. But it's just when it's one of those skits that you only need to hear it one time, and that's the thing. It's not a great one-time listen either, so it's just a okay one-time listen, and after that you skip it for the rest.
Now after 24 Hours to Live, this is where the Mase album takes a dive. Like,
this song. So
trash.
I'll say this. Only rapper I want to hear on a song with Monifa is AZ. That's it.
Or Heavy D.
Don't put
Heavy
any
D.
other fucking.
Or Heavy D.
Heavy D. But but like her, like AZ and Monifa, like all of their songs hit. Like all.
I love Monifa back in the day. She was like the OG thicky thick. I loved her for some reason.
That voice was just super strong.
Yeah, she had a
super
great
powerful. Yeah, like crazy.
But no, I love the shit too. I was like, God, I remember that touch video. Shit was like porn to me. I was like, God damn, like, I was like, Monifa was so fucking bad back in the day.
And it's like,
she
wasted like.
She wasted her vocals on this one, so.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, like for some reason, Mase ain't connecting with none of these singing songs. Like the only one so far was a Kelly Price joint, and so far it's like these damn R&B joints. These fluff, damn Puff, you in that fluff?
Yeah, this nigga sensibilities, man. Nigga had pop sensibilities, man. It was like,
yeah, this song was a 4, man. Get the fuck out of here with this song. So next, go back to No Limit. Let Me Hit is a classic. Number 16.
Mystical killed this shit.
Oh my God, it's a classic.
This was a dope song, saved by Mystical. So
yeah, Silkk did not belong on this bullshit.
This should have been a Mystical song. Just kick Silkk off.
This always been a highlight of the album, like down here. Like I know everybody used to talk about that. You heard Let Me Hit It? Like this was the song. Like there was like maybe, how each album has a song that people the streets resonate with. Everybody's like, you heard that? Mm-hmm. This was one of those songs on the album that you ain't hit it. Damn, Let Me Hit It. Like Mystical snapped on that shit. Like yeah, like
he did. Yeah, he truly did.
Yeah. I feel like this a 10 for the so this a 10 for me. Let me hit it like in classic. Yeah, like it was big. It was a big song down here. Like certain songs.
It wasn't even a long song either, if I'm not mistaken. It was just maybe a couple verses and shit. You know, but
like
Silkk still managed to fuck shit up. That's it. So.
Yeah, it's in good Silkk fashion. So we go back to Harlem World. Silkk still. Watch your back. Oh my God, with these interludes.
Yeah, this was the final skit on there. From
another skip. Oh my gosh, another skip.
And it's like, and it's funny because I feel like Mase, Cameron years later does a similar skit, but it goes into the song with McGruff on "Come Home with Me."
Yeah,
and that song is fucking fire, and the skit is even better than this. Like, so it's just like it could have been better. Like, and then the song it goes into, you know, ain't as good as the song where two other Harlem niggas about the same subject killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we go back to Silkk album.
Who I be? No, excuse me. How many? Excuse me. How many?
Yeah, how many?
And this
how
was
many's cool.
Oh my gosh, with P imitating Pac again.
Yeah.
It just got unbearable.
I actually thought this song was heat, so it was like
no, it was a cool song, but like Silkk and P are unbearable. Like, please,
they're the only thing that bring down the song. Everyone else uplifts it and it's good. The beat's good. It's almost like a Sapasi cut, but it's not. But I feel like it's one of those standard No Limit songs that you're gonna see on a No Limit album. Like that's the vibe I got from it. But Master P, like I don't think it's a highlight on the album though. Like it's more like the song is like a 7 to me, or maybe sometimes it's a 7, sometimes it's an 8, but it's not a bad song. It is not one of those songs that's like it's better than the worst songs. It's above that, but I don't think it's a highlight. But so King P don't fuck with it, but Pat fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and no, it's not that I don't like the song. I like I like everything aside from, if I could just scrub P and Silkk off this, then it would be great.
So let me ask you this: what would you rank the song then? In that case,
what would I rate the song?
Yeah, 1 through 10. If you had to give it a rating,
I would give it a 7.
Okay, see, so yeah, that's what. Yeah, so at least we kind of see it the same. Then yeah, like.
So like I said, scrub off Silkk and P, and I'd probably give it a higher rating.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So yeah, agreed. Back to Harlem World.
Wanna
hurt Mase. Yes, we do. After hearing this fluffy ass album,
no, I actually like this. We'll be a different opinions, but I actually like this. I liked the beat, and like, you know. I was fucking with it. I'm not gonna. I'll be the different one on this one.
I mean, Mase was spin on it. I didn't like it though, but I also didn't like him interpolating Boy George on the hook either.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing, the Boy George thing, and I did my best to ignore it, but at times it was just like
you can't.
I didn't like this song. This song was just kind of corny, and it was just more like, ha nah. I fucked your chick and. Now you want to hurt me, like, and then this nigga literally leaves to go be a pastor because of some shit like that. So it's kind of
it was on brand for him. It was on brand for
on
him.
brand.
So it makes it even better.
So I mean, the song is probably the realest song on the album, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But it just it didn't hit like that for me. The song is about like a 6. Like I'll play it through, but sometimes I skip it or I don't enjoy it.
But it's really stupid. It's like the nigga was really spent on this shit. Like that's what made it bad. It's just like God damn it. Like
it's it's good bars wasted on like a corny song.
Right.
Shit, I would have given this. I give this an 8. But like,
God damn.
Yeah, I really like this song. Outside of the corny Boy George shit is actually what brought it down for me. This dude was spitting. I like
because honestly, the corniness is up there with the damn Silkk and P on the last song. So it's like these niggas like Silkk and Mase, he had some factors on these albums, man. Like, damn, they was battling some demons. Fuck. But yeah, so me and Pat are like mid, and what Pat and King P is like this. He loved this song. He said it's a good song. So it's a highlight for you.
It's one of the songs I like on this this album. I don't love it, but I like it.
Okay, so the 7 justify that. Yeah, 7's about right. You know.
So
I go back to Silkk. Who I Be. Honestly, this is probably my favorite Silkk solo song on this album. Like, this shit get me hyped.
I mean, Silkk.
I love the energy on this.
Yeah, Silkk was still offbeat, but it had a lot of energy on it, and the hook was dope.
And he made it work. Like, this is the times when I'm telling you, when you give him a fast beat, sometimes he fuck it up, but sometimes he can make it work. This is an example of him making it work. Offbeat and all, but the chorus, don't get me wrong. You get this beat, the Ice Cube.
Who I Be?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like this.
Oh, wow.
Like
you didn't move or anything when you heard it. Like, your head didn't nod at all.
It was, I felt like Silkk wasted a good beat. Like,
wow. Like, we know he does that like 95% of the time.
Yes, but like this was a good beat that like had something, and he like wasted it. Like,
I can't say he wasted it. This is like literally like one of his best solo songs.
He like tried to come with the energy, and I can appreciate that. Like, you get an A for effort, but
how else would he attack this song? If he tried to rap normal on this, oh my god! Like, do you know what we would hear? If you hate the song now, like, my goodness.
You're right. I probably would have hated it more if the beat was slowed down.
See, and you notice they had everybody walk to the studio with him on this one, because you could hear them niggas in the chorus, the ad libs in the background, and everything. Like,
that was probably the other thing that kind of got on my nerves a little bit.
But to me, honestly, that made the song even better, because it's one of those songs where it's like Who I Be, and it's like everybody's like no limit. Like, even in the beginning was fire. How.
But the niggas was basically redirecting traffic for him. Like,
but this is the thing. It worked, nigga. Like even whole. And Master P did a better job as an executive producer than Puffy. Like, you could tell he at least believed in Silkk non-rapping ass.
Yeah, he reined him in when needed. Like,
but even then, he didn't rein him in too much. It's like you see how. Like, he said something at the beginning of the song. He was like, okay, Silkk, you done performed your duties as a dismayed man. You're now ranked number 2 in the tank, and this, that. Like, that's the shit that Puffy should have been on with Mase. Like, hey, like, you done earned it here, nigga. You get some tracks to go off on. Nah, instead he's like, here, I got this 80s R&B loop for you today. I got Grimy Street nigga A and B here for their features.
Right.
It was just a template album. So, like, I don't know. I fucks with this song. Like, to me, it's one of the highlights for me. But, you know, for me, it's different region. You know, we got different feelings. But it's a 10 for me. Like, and I say it as a 10 because, like, I don't like to grade niggas on a curve, but Silkk is on a special curve where this is a 10 for him, like, best as he could be at by himself. Like, and Master P, all them niggas followed him to the studio that day, and niggas was ready to jump on a verse, but then he was on some like, you know what, nah, I think he got this, y'all good, just keep doing the ad libs in the chorus and just redirect traffic for this. in King P's words, and the song ended up fire. Like, it works. Like, the energy, the chorus, I love that shit. Like, it's a hype ass song. Like, if you get this song to Jadakiss or Ice Cube or Tupac or anybody else, the song's a 12.
Right.
So that's all I can really say. But yeah, at least and at least he's spitting better songs toward the end than Mase. Like, Mase really was barely could close this album out, and fucking Jealous Guy.
Ugh. A third player hater.
Thumbs down.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
man.
Puff really because I mean, obviously because Play Hitter was actually dope when he did it with Biggie. Because the shit was funny, but it was dope. This was neither. Like, and funny because I remember in high school, like, a couple of my boys actually liked this shit. They actually wanted to recreate the song. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I don't
This is just one of those fun songs you don't take serious. Like, honestly, to me, it's not even the worst song on the album. Like, I play it sometimes.
I mean, you hear them niggas trying to hit them notes, nigga? Like, they were trying.
Yeah.
Puff was trying that, nigga. Like,
Puff was really trying, but it just doesn't work, and it just kind of 24 Hours to Live being the last good song on this album kind of hurts it.
Yeah, like Just Got.
And that's like 4 songs ago. Like, jeez, nigga.
Yeah. See, because Just Got it was a bite off a New Edition song, and the New Edition song itself is a classic. This is, Puff. This was Puff being Puff again. He
was biting the hell out of New Edition that year. Because remember the No Way Out album with Twista, Is This the End?
Well, he was also working with New Edition. He was all over the New Edition like comeback shits too. So that's another.
Yeah,
thing.
he was. Yeah. So
he was ad-libbing all over them shits. I remember that fucking shit.
And he really, like, dude, if this album was just marketed as a Puffy Mase album, it would have came off better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what was wrong with 97. Niggas was marketing albums one way and then giving you something else. The Firm album, niggas gave you like a compilation, but it's marketed as like, damn, we finally get Nas and AZ. Oh yeah, we got Foxy and this other nigga Nature. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mega's not here. Dr. Dre's here. No Death Row, but it's West Side. Like, they hype it up like that. And then it's like it's a totally different album. Right. They give you,
Trackmasters, whatever,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying the album was garbage or nothing.
Underwhelming.
It's underwhelming, but it was better than Harlem World.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then now Harlem World, if these guys would have presented this as No Way Out Part 2, this would be looked at as a better album.
Yeah, no. Harlem, No Way Out was way better to me.
No Way Out was better than Harlem World?
Yes. Much better. I'll listen to No Way Out. I mean, and I love the highs for Harlem World were great, but I'll take the highs from No Way Out over Harlem World.
I haven't listened to the whole No Way Out in a while. I might have to. But you might be on to something. I think I agree with you.
But although you still got to give Mase credit for No Way Out because he wrote like 50 to 60% of that album. So.
Yeah. And then Jada wrote the rest of the shit, and with Biggie go here and there. Yeah.
It just, I guess maybe because the Mase is rapping better is so much better than Diddy's. So it's like you could stomach what's going on with Mase album, whereas Diddy, the No Way Out. It's like, it's Puff Daddy.
There was a lot of Diddy did it along with some of those tracks. Like the beats were drowning out Diddy's voice on a lot of those tracks.
Yeah.
But I mean, to the credit, I did buy that album and not this one. So I mean,
you made the right choice.
Yeah. So I would honestly, I might agree with you. Like, I had to hear the album again, but after hearing this, it's like, I don't know if I want to hear that so soon. But the album comes off more as a Mase and Puffy album, or if on the cover you would have said Puff Daddy presents Mase. Mm-hmm. Like, that's
Bad Boy and Friends. Oh my gosh.
But honestly, look, there's somebody literally on every song. Mase just fills in the blanks on this album, and since he's such a great rapper, it's the easiest album for him to make, because like, you just jump on that vibe. Okay, these hoes want to have my baby. I could do this song. All right. I could take these lame niggas, girl. Yeah, I could do this song. Like, that's all it was. Like,
but it works for him. Right.
But that's the thing. It didn't work like that, because how often, like I know we got maybe 2 songs left on Silkk album. We're gonna close it out.
Yeah, we have 2 left.
But as far as Mase album, like it barely worked. It's like all over the place.
For me, the issues with this album don't fall on Mase. So, like, there's other things wrong with this album, but Mase isn't really the problem with this album.
Nah, it's not, but he gotta take credit. He take credit for themselves, nigga. Like,
no, I get it.
It's still his album. It just, if it was a Mase Puffy album, Mase wouldn't even get the blame like that, because you like Puff presence on this album is more than you should expect.
Right, and it's mostly because, like I say, because Puff felt the need to try to fill up a void because Mase wasn't Biggie established. It wasn't established like Biggie yet, so he needed at least that. He needed to.
But then it's like he tried to hold his hand.
I mean,
too much.
If there's one thing you could walk away with from listening to Harlem World, just know this: Suge Knight was right.
Yes.
That's all you need to know. Suge
Puffy wanted to be a star so fucking bad. Because to be like, for such an executive, that's why it's like, it wasn't about, okay, Mase a new artist, he has to fill Biggie's void, those are big shoes. It wasn't about him not believing Mase. Puffy knows talent. He know Mase is one of the best rappers ever walked in them goddamn bad boy offices.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, like Mase is fucking amazing rapper. Voice, flow, the punchlines, the slick talk, all that shit. But it's like, even with all of that, you still gotta be on all the songs and records and talking here, this ad-lib, that, making this man write verses for you.
Yep.
Not allowing him to get any identity, doing skits every other 2 songs, just cutting out loops, copy and paste loops for this man. Like, you didn't provide an album like you thought you was getting one of the greatest rappers or a good rapper. Like, this is the type of album you provide for someone who raps on Silkk level.
Right.
And that's the sad part. That's why I always tell people, like, we gotta get, like, the artistry is rapping, but if your music doesn't correlate with that, like, how good is the rapping? And it maybe not so in this case, but you could clearly see, given this almost similar resources, similar amount of features, production, all this, that one person was able to make a better album than the other. Like, clearly to me. But Tell Me, we'll just knock out the last 2 Silkk songs. I fucks with Tell Me. Tell Me
was a dope song. I like this.
I'll say this. It was a good song. I felt like this was perfect for like if Too Short was doing this, oh my god, this would have been a classic. Like, I feel like this could have been a great Too Short song with the shit they was spitting on there.
This is a classic to me without Too Short. It's like, I love the beat and just the chorus was amazing. How these niggas like it's just, honestly, if you talk to one of these stupid hoes, like, you really want to say it how these niggas are saying in the chorus, like. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't know, it just hit like.
No, it was a dope song. I'm just saying, like, I felt like this is something that Too Short would have smashed.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, if this had a remix, yeah, Too Short, the first nigga I'm calling, like, yeah, definitely would have killed that. Like, it's crazy because you know how the Busta Rhymes song on Mase joint needed a remix. This song could definitely. This would have been a dope remix. I'd have just put maybe Snoop and Too Short on it.
Word.
But yeah, I fucked with this song. I give it like a 9. Like, yeah, I fucked with this shit. The beat, it had a West Coast feel, so definitely Too Short. Like, I could have remixed on this shit. But yeah, And after that, like Me and You, like both these niggas closed out their album weak. But
yeah, this was trash to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this, like, because Silkk was still going in and out of his flow a little bit, but I mean, I did like the storytelling on that shit. The hook was, and I like the hook too. So.
Yeah, like he was trying, like it's a better song than Mase's last song. It's not the worst song on this album, but it's one of them
songs like this makes me actually glad that No Limit was redirecting traffic for him, because if left to his own devices, I don't think I would ever listen to this album again.
Yeah, I didn't think I'll ever listen to this album because when this, like I said, when real time, I was just like, ugh, Silkk, because every time.
No, I've actually said that this is the only album from him that I actually like that.
Yeah, because I think what's Made Man was like trash. I couldn't stand Made Man. Like Silkk was the only person who I think couldn't have back-to-back good No Limit albums, but everyone else had like decent follow-ups after this shit. But yeah, Me and You, it was okay. It's like it's one of those. Sometimes you listen to it, sometimes you don't. It's about like a 5 or 6 to me. Like
See, like I said, I mean, I would never like I said. If it wasn't for the fact that Elby brought this shit up for like, hey, comparison, I'm like, oh damn, like nigga, you gotta make me really listen to Silkk the Shocker album, like because Silkk was offbeat. Every one of his singles, this nigga was offbeat, so I'm like, ugh,
But the album wasn't a bad album though. Like
yeah, no, it wasn't. And like I said, yeah, like I said, I mean, I enjoyed like good parts of the album, but it's just like I said, if Silkk wasn't offbeat, then this shit would have been a lot more. I would have more highly regarded than what it is, But yeah, he's very.
You replace Silkk, you get like a classic album. If you replace Silkk with a better rapper, you get a better album, classic album probably. With Mase, if you replace Mase, you're gonna get the same album.
That's also true. Yeah,
depending on which rapper you give it to, honestly.
Nah, Mase, the way the album's formulated, it's a template. Like you're not gonna how many more niggas is gonna spit better than Mase on those beats and songs?
Right, because like the albums that followed after that Mase album, I mean, of course, like the Puffy, the second follow-up Puffy album, which was trash, and then you had Black Rob, which didn't follow that type of a template, or Shine didn't follow that type of template. So it's like or the G-Dep album didn't follow
and it feels like their albums.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say. But like the Bad Boy template was a little bit of what Jay was trying to do with his second album. But even Volume 1 is way better than this. So I don't know.
Yeah, because the highs are much higher, and you didn't have Dame Dash speaking all over the motherfucker.
Right.
And trying to rap with him. That see that's what hurts the fucking album. Like for as great as Mace's rap ability, like it's a template, cookie cutter, training wheel type of album where it gives you maybe 5 or 6 great songs, dope songs.
And shit,
and it's a lot of fluff.
In My Lifetime comes out, drops the week after Harlem World. So
and it's a better album.
Yes.
It's probably one of my favorite Jay-Z albums.
Which is funny because a lot of people hate Volume 1. So it's just,
Who hates Volume 1?
There's a lot of people that don't like Volume 1.
Damn, I ain't never met a nigga ain't like Volume 1. I've heard niggas more.
I've met many that
don't like Volume 2.
No, I've met many that said they hated Volume 1.
Wow.
I feel like that's one we should review, but.
God damn, wow. But yeah, so I guess who y'all vote for on the polls?
I gave it the same damn. I'm gonna be honest, I give it the same damn rating for both of them. Both of them are a 6 out of 10 for me.
Hold on, but who did you vote for in the poll? That's what I asked.
I don't remember did I even vote?
Yeah, because how you see, nigga, what the fuck? Like, how you not vote and you in ring game?
I'm trying to remember if I voted or not.
And because if you vote, then that means one has to be better than the other. So you can't give us both a 6. Yeah, see, and this is the bias I'm talking about. You just don't want to say Silkk album is better.
No, if I
can't say you can't fucking don't give me this goddamn Larry Merchant 10 even round shit.
No, it's not an even round shit. I think
that's what you doing, nigga.
I slightly gave the advantage to Mase, because I like the highs more than Silk's highs.
Then just say that, nigga, and stand on it.
You didn't let me finish. Like
you weren't gonna get to it. You were just gonna say you was leaving it as is, and you know that, nigga. You know that.
No, I was not.
Me.
First of all, I was trying to see if I actually voted yet, and see if there was more. We've got 2 more votes. It's 20. There's 22 votes. Like 87% said Mase. Yeah. So like only.
And did you vote?
Yes, I voted.
And you voted for Mase.
Yes, I voted for Mase.
So so Mase album is a 6.
Yes.
And Silkk album is a 5. Then
they're both 6s to me.
Nah. How?
But
no. One is better than the other. So no. You're saying how?
That's not how I look at it. I look at it like 2 things can be on the same level, but one slightly better. Basically,
dude, but look, we literally just went song for song, and for the most part, you said more Silkk songs were better than Mase song, but then now you're trying to give more weight to the few songs on Mase album that you liked more because they were the higher of the highs.
No, I think I liked some of the.
But I'm saying back what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why a lot of times I just call out the subconscious bias y'all niggas have, because when it's time to explain, y'all can't really just admit it. Like you go in circles. It's just we go song for song. We listen to you give more songs to Silkk the higher rankings and just say it's a better song, whatever, only for you to flip it and still vote for Mase and still say like both albums are on the same level when you know goddamn well they're not on the same level.
To you, they're not. And that's fine.
Oh my god, dude! To you, Pat. just because King P is acting like how Pat would act. So I'm gonna see how Pat would act and see if we're in Bizarro world or not. Because what King P is doing is what Pat always does. Let me see if Pat bring it to reality.
No, the reality is, like I said, I mean, like I said, and I said it before, like Silkk was, back in the day, it was just, every single time I heard him on something, it was just like, it was terrible. Whereas Mase wasn't terrible, but Mase also had, cringeworthy songs. So it was just like, I have more positive memories of Homeworld, but, the Silkk album is, it's slightly underrated in the aspect of that were like the songs were better on the Silkk album. Just the rapping was not better on that album. That's
for me. That's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to. Everybody.
Yeah.
But you see how. But Pat, who did you vote for?
I voted slightly for the Mase album, but it honestly might be a mistake. Seriously.
I know it's a mistake. I just want niggas to be honest.
Yeah, like I said, but I also think like I didn't like. But as I said before, I didn't like both albums in real. I didn't like both rappers in real time, and it's just like so now it's just like now the Silkk album, like the Silkk album had far better songs, and it's just the nigga was struggling. The lead rapper
Pat being more honest. See Pat being more honest, and at least. Like he's saying what the general consensus. Like King P is just on some he's being the Pat stubborn nigga tonight. Mase, like Homeworld is because we all know Mase fucking spit circles around Silkk the Shocker, but did he give you more better songs? The answer is fucking no.
Yeah, Homeworld had the potential to actually be more, but but this is unfortunate when you're a young rapper in the game. And you have someone who already they touched multi-platinum in a lot of different, in both rap and R&B. The hungry rapper that has, it's got 9 and 10, okay, it's gonna, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'll do that, I'll spit how you want me to spit, no more murder, you know, that was just, you know, that's M-A double sign, whatever the fuck he used to say, E or whatever the fuck he,
yeah, because this nigga's basically giving Mase a bunch of 10-8 rounds for like 2 or 3 songs, but then Silkk the Shocker is literally, with his damn offbeat ass, is giving you like decisive round after round on some, like, yeah.
I mean, it helps him that he's getting help from everybody else on these damn songs. Like,
but it's still the song on his album though. Like, see, yeah, that's the thing. Like that. See, it's funny how you started this whole conversation talking about like the bias don't exist. I mean, the bias exists and it's overblown. But only for you to end up being the bias nigga tonight. That's the funny shit to me, because you turned it all the way around. Because even Pat is, but you know I'm right though. You know, honest in your heart, because we went song after song. Even Pat is like, God damn, like I hated both these niggas back then, but yeah, Silkk is like, with his struggle ass self, is still managing to provide better song for song on this album, where Mase was like, template number 2, Tina Marie sample, template number, we got Kelly Price, so street nigga A and B, come over here, like in the song, just a lot of fluff, all the skits. How many times we had to skip?
I know the skips with this interludes and the skits were unbearable, and I skipped all of them.
There's no way anyone could say the Mase album is better than the Silkk album. It's just crazy. It's just like, wow, like Mase the better rapper. We not arguing that. Like we know Mase the better rapper, but album wise, nah. Like, and I listened to both these albums when they came out. Fucked with them both. It's just Mase album, you knew you was going to listen to like maybe 5 or 6 songs. Silkk album, you was letting that shit play through with some skips and fast forwards here or there.
Both of these albums, I'm not playing most of this shit, to be honest. Like,
I don't think. I mean, both albums are not
even good songs. Like, sometimes good songs aren't always like, I'm gonna replay them. Like, okay, you know what? If it comes on, I'll play it.
We heard Kendrick Lamar's last album. that was full of good songs that we only want to listen to once or twice. I don't think in 10 years we're going to talk about that album, but here we are talking about Silkk and Mase album. Two albums that were like big at the time, but Mase album's like a 5 to me. That's average as fuck. And I feel like Silkk album's a 7.
After listening to both these albums again, I probably won't play either of them for a while, and maybe just cherry pick a couple of the high points of these songs and keep them in the playlist for now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, of course. I gotta do that now with the shit that come out now, because no one's really making straight fire albums straight, and I ain't gonna be listening to my own shit all day. Like, come on. But yeah, so
I will say that Charge It to the Game does flow better. Like,
nigga, it's a better fucking album. God damn, no one cares about what else you got to say now, nigga. No, we exposed the New York bias for tonight. Like,
all right. If that's what you want to call it,
that's what it is, nigga. What else? Like, dude, you just like, I don't know what other examples we could use. Like,
well, I'm not even really like praising this album. It's okay,
dude.
Like,
we're not praising either one. Like, but one is obviously better. Just like with the Jay-Z and the DMX. Both albums are classic or looked at as classic. But the problem with the Jay-Z fans were they were getting upset that a lot of overwhelmingly votes were saying the DMX shit was easily a classic. But it's true, because when we was going down each song, we was like, God damn, classic. Like,
I wasn't here for that one. So
wait, you weren't on the DMX Jay-Z one?
Nope, I wasn't on that one.
You sure?
Yes, I'm positive I was not on.
Oh wow, god damn, nigga, you missed a classic, nigga. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Lord have mercy, you missed a classic.
I listened to it back, but I was not. I wasn't able to get on that one for live. But like, that's another one where both of them are on the same level to me, and I don't think it's like, if you like, I'm not gonna get mad at whatever you pick on that one, because it's like, to me, you can't go wrong with either. Like,
nah, fuck out of here. Like, this is the thing. Like, y'all, I don't know, maybe it's a New York thing. Like, y'all don't want to say nothing is better than something. Like, y'all niggas is just with the whole Jadakiss shit. Like, nah, he's top 15. Nah, he's top 10. Then you name 10 niggas. He's like, nah.
No, but it's like the way I look at it is like, it's the difference to me is marginal. And that's what matters to me. It's like, even if
dude, there's nothing marginal about that goddamn It's Dark as Hell is Hot and Reasonable Doubt.
No,
like,
like, even if you think one is better, they're not that much better than the other one.
Yes, there is clearly, dude, like, that's what you weren't on here, bro. Like,
for me, it's like one person makes 75,000 and the other one makes 70,000 a year. Yes, one clearly makes more. They're both in the same bracket.
If they was in the same bracket, then the votes would have been a lot closer. This shit was like 70 to 30%. It wasn't like 50 to 40 or something. Like, nah, like, and that's what we brought up on the cast. That Jay-Z had a classic in retrospective. He had a whole campaign retrospectively trying to tell niggas it was a classic. Where DMX shit came out, it was a fucking classic to everybody. And when we was going song for song, it was proven, because like, we was agreeing on goddamn everything on DMX song on album. Like, Pat was there, like, he'll tell you, like, I think we maybe disagreed on maybe 2 songs,
something like that. Yeah.
With Jay-Z album, we disagreed on maybe like 5 or 6. We had the whole, this nigga didn't even think fucking Brooklyn's Finest wasn't a classic.
Yeah, I absolutely did. Yeah.
So it's like, come on, man. Like, there's no way a nigga who don't think Brooklyn's Finest is a classic is gonna rate fucking Reasonable Doubt up there with fucking Dark as Hell is Hot. Like, but I'm just saying, it's like 2 things could be classic, just like there could be 2 niggas that's all-time great boxers, but they rank differently. Like, one's gonna be higher. Like, DMX album is the better album than Reasonable Doubt. Like, it just has too many great masterpiece classic songs. Like, Jay-Z wasn't giving you every song being a classic back to back. Like, when you make Silkk the Shocker giving you on average better quality songs, even though he has the King's Navy and the Marines and everybody in the studio with him to help that song, they end up being on his album, so he get the credit for it. It's the better fucking song. He could be rapping trash as fuck, but he only on 35 seconds of that song. and it still ends up being a better song. And Mase is rapping his ass off on these fluffy ass songs, and we're like, next. So that's why I'm saying it's a bias, because it's like, you get all this proof and it's like niggas are just going against the grain and then don't even have no good reasoning. Like if we all know Mase a better rapper, shit.
Yeah, that's not shit. Yeah.
Mase a better rapper than Big Noid, but Only the Strong is a better fucking album.
Well, I mean, it's incomplete. No. Only the Strong. Okay, you're not talking about the debut. Actually, what?
No, I'm talking about Only the Strong, the one with Shoot 'Em Up.
Yeah. No. Because I had to think about it. Like, not because the debut was kind of,
is that his second album?
That's his second album. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that one is better than Harlem World.
But verse for verse, Mase is gonna damn impress you more than Big Noid ever will. Same thing with like it's a lot of niggas who they aren't the best rappers, but they put it all together, or they're able to put it together to create the song. Like, we grading the fucking finished product, not rap, just the rapper ability. So it's like niggas keep trying to fall on that. That's why but I see everybody's point, but my whole point was just on some, like, just to point out the bias. Like, niggas is gonna deny the songs just because they don't like fucking Silkk or his rapping is that bad, but the Mase songs were fucking a lot of that shit was trash. That's, you know, but it was nice, you know, good little hip hop discussion for the Friday.
Yeah, for sure. You know, like I said though, you know, of course I'm just reading like some thread comments and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I know that's probably the stuff that'll probably drive. I'll be like, yeah, bias.
Nah, let me see this. What we got here? Some
No, but
see the thread comments. Shout out to the Kali Tunnel Gang in the building. But the thread comments kind of it makes my point. Like, you see, there's more votes for Mase album, but all the comments, everybody's saying Silkk album was my favorite album. Silkk album was better. This, that. Cause niggas is just on some like Mase is the better rapper. Click. NY bias in effect. Click. No one's in there. Damn. Oh yeah, Mase was, you know, spitting hot fire. He was spitting from the Survivor Scrolls on them Tina Marie beats, nigga. And loops. Like, nah, like that's why I said like Mase album was such a template. Like, if you can replace fucking Mase album with fucking Tupac on those verses, and it's still the same album. Like, it's only gonna sound better if you're more of a fan of that rapper. But if you give Jay-Z those same type of album, you're gonna get. There's not too much Jay-Z gonna do on those beats. He's gonna kill them all, but
yeah,
you instead of mad rapper skits, you'll get a pain in the ass skit. Shout outs Miss 702.
For real.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, so I kind of that's all, man. You know, there's no hard feelings. You know, I just be wanting niggas, you know, come up off that bias. Like, it's okay. You can think, you know, New York's the greatest home of the greatest rappers in the world every time. You know what I mean? But, you know, sometimes y'all have some hiccups. Sometimes y'all provide some mid. God damn, like the South, we'll call out our mid all the time. We know Laffy Taffies, man. We knew Lil Jon, you know, them niggas weren't fire like that, but they had the right beats and choruses for that time. We knew them niggas was great value 3-6 Mafia motherfuckers, like, but it sounded good. Like, well, like, nah, I mean, but New York niggas, y'all be trying to just be on some, like, just cause he from the Bronx or Harlem or Brooklyn, whatever, it's like it don't matter what the fuck he's saying or doing. It just is considered dope or some shit. Like, it's already like confirmed. Like, nah. Like, nah, y'all have some mid, y'all have some average too. Like, shit, like, that's all we saying. Like, right. You know, Mase, for all his hype and record sales, the album was mid. I mean, Silkk album is easily better than me. Like I said, it's a 5 and a 7, 5 or a 6. Like, it's a notch or two above. And you see niggas in the comments was on Kali also, like, niggas loving the album. Like,
either way, like I said, I mean, obviously, Harlem World, I'll never give either album a run through like that again. Like, you know,
nah, I feel you. Like, it's both albums are chore to go through like that. Like I listened to the Silkk album years ago, like, repeatedly like that, and I loved it. But certain shit, I'm just like, I maybe listen to maybe 5 or 6 songs from it now. Like, but yeah, you're right. Like,
yeah, like, I mean, to me, at the end of the day, both albums are what you. I mean, I think they're both era classics because. Yeah, because hey, there's some of the songs that because when you listen to that shit, it just defines an era. Like, obviously, like, you know, whether it's a song, a couple of songs, it just defines the era of what was going on back then. Because it only went down for both of them anyway. Especially it went down quick for Mase, for sure. Like, Mase,
yeah, like that shit went Cambosa's level down.
Yeah, Mase went from selling 3-4 times platinum to, you know, then he put out that horrible second album before he decided to quote unquote retire, you know, Yeah, and then Silkk the Shocker. I mean, honestly, I don't think I paid attention to Silkk the Shocker after '98, anyways. Regardless, because
you were missing out on nothing, like, and then C Murder.
Yeah, except for like the Maya joint or whatever, but I think that was
features. But yeah, like I think the next album he dropped was in '99 or late '98. But back then it was like, if it was a C Murder, if we was comparing C Murder to the Mase All, it'd be no question. Like, it'd be comparing a classic to a Weed Plate or some shit. Like,
yeah, I'm just taking a look at his next album after the Made Man album, and it has a whole bunch of guest appearances all over the place.
Yeah, nigga had Jay-Z, had all types of niggas on that shit. Like, but the album's horrible to listen to. Like, this is like Charger to the Game is dope. Like, to me, like, and like a dope is 7. Like, it's something. If you're a fan, you probably won't think it's an 8 or above. If you're not a fan, it'll be above average. If it's a good introduction to someone back then for No Limit, because it has so many No Limit niggas on it and you're getting the best beats. It's just Silkk ain't the best centerpiece, but you got it's like you allow him to be the best center, if that makes sense.
Right. So yeah,
you can show off the rest of the group with him better than anyone else.
but like I said, it was interesting to go down the go down in the past, just trying to remember, those songs and what the impact was for you, and obviously, like I said, 25 years since the Mase album, making me feel damn old and shit like that. But
for real.
But it was a good discussion. Shout out to everyone that was listening on and dropped their own comments about it and everything like that. It was dope. Yeah, like I said, we'll try to do more. We'll try to schedule more of these. Especially since boxing doesn't want to be giving us like the fights that we're asking for. So we are eventually gonna. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna get weeks that nothing of note comes on, and we're gonna have we need to compare some. We need to compare another couple of albums.
and it's cool doing these cross. This was the first cross regional one. The last couple times he's done this, it's always been in-house. It's always been Prodigy and Bumpy Knuckles, Jay-Z, DMX. What's another one we did? Kingdom Come and the Mobb Deep, Jay-Z Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
So it's good that we hit a different angle this time. So and we matched up 2 different albums, but we still had them correlate together. So it's not like we put, C Murder and Mase would have been a reach. Mystical and Mase would have been a reach. Would have been like the fuck, but
yeah.
But if you was in that time, C Murder, Silkk and Mase is a good little, like Pat said, they represent the best of that time.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed this. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to call it era classic, but calling it an absolute classic in for both ones,
hell no. Neither one is a classic. Like, not even an era classic. It's the best representation of a time, but they got classic songs like 24 Hours to Live, classic. I'm a Soldier and If I Don't Gotta, like, classic. But nah, like, there's better No Limit albums, by better No Limit rappers.
Yeah.
and there's better Bad Boy albums by same amazing level of Bad Boy rappers.
Facts.
So it's just that's just how it is sometimes, but ain't nothing else happened we gotta spit on. Like, we've been on this kind of long.
Yeah, I know, that's almost 2.5 hours. But it was good 2.5 hours though. But
the rap should always do that though. Like,
it do.
I think we was longer for the Jay-Z DMX.
Yeah, it might have been slightly longer though, but yeah, we definitely it was definitely because we went track for track, but it was all good though. So yeah, I think we'll wrap this up with some final thoughts. King P, do you have any final thoughts?
I always love these hip hop discussions because variety of different taste and different things that we like and don't like. Well, so it's always fun because we always get a little spicy here with the hip hop takes. So
always.
Caliente.
I'm here for it. So hope to do it again. We got to review some more stuff of hip hop because I like these discussions. So we'll try something else again soon. But we got more content coming up regardless, whether it's hip hop, boxing, movies, music. We always be talking that cash shit. So you know where to find us at ringgangradio.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? More dope content down the way, even if it's in boxing, because boxing wants to be, give us toaster leave-ins, and no, we don't want the toaster leave-ins. You know what I'm saying? We want the raw shit. So we got some stuff coming up. So, stay with us. We got y'all.
That's what it is, yo. LB, your final thoughts?
Thank God we ain't got toaster leave-ins this week.
Well, we got a lot. It just depends whether or not how it plays out.
But I wouldn't group them as toaster leave-ins though. Like I feel like we got like a few muffins on the countertop this time.
I mean, I smell some biscuits tomorrow. So
you know what I'm saying? Like someone left a whole peanut butter jelly sandwich out there in this motherfucker. Like, we got a Lomachenko fight, Ortiz, and we got a Jobber festival, So like I said, you got like a good English muffin with some butter, and you got surrounded by some crumbs and some toaster leave-ins, but it's not bad. Mm-hmm. And I'm hyped for the JoJo Cepeda fight though. That should be good. Jake Paul, Anderson Silva, and whatever. That's like the big pile of toaster leave-ins right there. And it's getting no buzz.
Like none.
But yeah,
like
other than that,
even after the weigh-in, there was nothing. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. What's that crowd gonna look like?
What's happening is Jake Paul is now understanding the fickle nature of boxing momentum. Mm-hmm. And I think he's understanding that he lost that momentum in boxing now.
Yep.
And he's going to have to get a KO to kind of bring it back, because his name hasn't been really associated to anything positive this year besides helping Serrano Taylor, get a fight. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on live, because we watch some better boxing live. but we'll see, and we gonna have more fire content on the way, more fire discussions, because unlike anybody else, boxing, these niggas, they gotta survive because boxing gotta survive. But Ring Gang, we gonna be here whether Super Fight A happen or Super Fight B happen,
Yeah, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, we'll always be out here. I mean, we gonna be good, so that's just one of the things that's gonna happen. Ain't no templates over here. Ain't no P Diddy and Puffy introducing us or speaking all over the podcast, nigga. We run our own shit, so we just gonna keep more fire content on the way, man. So just be prepared. Take it away, Pat.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add on. Thank you everyone for who sat wherever you are Friday night just listen to us talk about this hip hop shit. Like I said, the magic is there when we talk about the hip hop stuff. Like we talk about everything else, but when we talk about this hip hop shit, the
passion come out.
Yeah. What I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to everyone. Obviously, if you're new, subscribe to us and then tell your friends to subscribe, and then we can all be friends because we do this shit for y'all. So yeah, definitely more things coming down the pipeline. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. So for myself, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, and for King P, Bodega P, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.